Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go.
You're muted. Oh, there we go.
Now I'm not muted anymore. Hello and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody.
And I am Amanada. Hey, did you look at the cover like before you put on that shirt? Because we're both matching the background really well right now.
Oh,
or was it just a whim?
Look at that. A nice little winter wonderland theme going on here.
Yeah, I like it. Hello, everybody. Before we start, I just upped my Ozempic to 1 milligram, and I'm not doing great. So there's going to be a couple times I'll probably have to just run back to my bathroom, dry heave a few times, and I'll try to make sure it's on mute because it sounds like I'm actually like I had an exorcist. It's okay.
Okay. Well, so, I mean, we're going to be talking about what we watched this week and everything, but we're really going to save the main part of the show for Browntown. Yeah. As you told me right before we started recording, you said, just so you know, this is the best tell-all you've ever seen.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And I know you know the big controversy is about the wedding ring, right? And like, was it Christine's business telling that story or not? And now, usually I don't listen to other Sister Wives content until after we record this, but Ace and Caitlin's podcast automatically started playing during my sleep last night, so it like got in my head. But I do know that Ace did say like what do you guys like want? Like, did you not want that story out there? Because Mary wouldn't have told it. So if Christine hadn't told that, we wouldn't know this information. Like, how do we really care that much about Mary's feelings and like her and like the ethics of this?
Yeah, and I don't think this story is that big of a bombshell, to be honest. I
think it's pretty nuts, especially because she goes into a lot more detail as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and it's really fucked up.
It's crazy, but as Bunny is saying here, the catfish already told the story, so it's kind of been.
And I have that on our hot topics.
Having not seen the episode yet, just seen the little clips on TikTok and stuff, I think it's more that Mary is upset that she was going to make this like a big bombshell in her book, and Christine.
That's definitely what it is. But that's not really, again, that's not that big of a bombshell for a book.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
you better tell us more stuff than just that. Because if he did that before Robin was even in the picture, I can't even imagine the shitty things that he's done to all of you in the duration of it. I mean, maybe the three of, if they were smart, Mary, Janelle, and Christine would all just get together and write a real tell-all book together.
I don't know. I don't think I would want that. I want individual because I want to know the Mary dirt. I want Christine and Janelle to spill all the nasty stuff that Mary did.
And they won't do that
because
if Mary
really, I think a lot of that is that Mary was just like super loud during their pre-baby sakes era. Like, I think she was laughing and ha-ha-haing and
when they all shared paper thin walls in a single
when Janelle
wide.
was sleeping on the couch.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, let's just quickly go through what we have coming up this week. We have a little surprise for you guys. Oh, and thank you, SM Wood, for the super sticker. We don't promote the super stickers and stuff enough, but you can tip us if you want. We also have a PayPal. We can throw that up at some point. But tell us about our surprise episode for this week.
Oh, so we have oh wait, wrong one. So we were going to be doing an episode from season 9
Yeah, like
for
the next
Sister Wives,
episode.
right?
Yeah, like a judge decides, I think is what we were supposed to do.
Right. But we found a friend of the show, right? Kevin.
Right. Kevin, yeah.
Has the episode Madison, the Tale of Two Maddies.
How good what we had. I was so sick yesterday when we were recording, and I still had so much fun. And then I went and dry heaved for like half an hour. But it was fun. It is such a good episode, and I can't get that goddamn song out of my head because I have such an OCD with music. Don't tell me no lies and keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah. And Cody is, here we go.
Oh, God. I have another picture of like the very first scene of that episode. This is the first second of the episode. It's Solomon on Cody's fucking shoulders, and Solomon is mouth kissing Christine.
Solomon's hair is also longer than mine in that photo.
Yeah, it's longer than mine too. And then I just wanted to show everyone else this little nifty gifty I circled in the background. But this is at Madison's graduation party. And if you can see right there in the back, we got a little vagina daddy action and handsome Alice. The most handsome.
Daddy. Okay, so someone's asking about my volume. I will try again. I'll turn it up. I think there was a change. Okay, it should be louder now.
We're scared to touch anything on StreamYard.
And I feel like it's changing and whatever. So anyway, hopefully you can hear me better. Yeah, great episode. So thank you, Kevin, for finding that, because that is a lost episode. They took it off for whatever reason.
Right.
And yeah.
But it's a classic. Oh, you should hear Madison's graduation speech. First of all, she doesn't have a lisp during it, so I think she can control.
She started, yeah.
But she's like, just so you guys know, high school is like making a pizza. The dough, or she's just talking about like the meat are your friends. Sometimes they leave a bad taste in your mouth, and sometimes you pick them off, and sometimes you put extra on. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? A pizza? Yeah. That's what you came up with?
And the vegetables are your memories.
It's like, okay, you're kind of reaching.
Yeah, there could have been a much really better story to it. Okay, I'm gonna turn my volume even louder. Oh my god, what is going on?
Can you turn it on your mic?
I turned the gain all the way up. Can you guys hear me better now?
I can hear you fine.
And I turned off all the like automatically adjust and everything. Goodness gracious. Okay.
You're coming in loud and clear on me. Oh, everyone says it's better. Okay, thank God.
Oh God, I don't say my volume. Okay. I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay.
Just have your mic like right here or something.
All the way down.
There, that's good.
Okay, she's just like this.
Yeah, just talk like that the whole time.
This sounds great. This is how Janelle would do her podcast, with the camera right up here and her voice right on the microphone.
But then she would turn her face away at some points, and then the sound would be like, bah!
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe I'll play the episode then. Now, this is something scandalous that happened yesterday for everyone in Canada, is that Discovery Plus did not drop the episode until like 10 a.m. this morning.
What?
Yes. I waited all
okay, that's not okay.
No,
that is not okay at all.
Not okay. Thankfully, you know who you are gave me their Max account. So I was able to watch on Max, but it has commercials. Who wants that? And I have to be on my VPN.
I am not liking this whole subscription thing. Like now, I would rather just go back to cable at this point and just get everything in one place instead of having to subscribe for this, subscribe for this, go to this, and then you go to open it on a different TV or on your phone, and now you're not logged in anymore, and you don't know who you borrowed the login from, so you don't know what the password is. It's, I feel like my mother. I can't do it anymore. So, okay, Discovery Plus, though, I have an issue with them just to begin with, because I feel like if you pay for the app, if you're paying for it, it should be dropped at midnight the day of the show, not waiting until it airs to show. Right.
I don't know why they changed it. It's so dickish.
Yeah, it's not fair.
By the way, we are also on TRP. We're doing the Joe Schmo show, the pilot, which has
excited.
like Kristen Wiig is in it. It's like about I remember when it was on. I watched it.
Same.
Where it's like it's just like that. What's the what do you call it? Courtroom or something? But it's jury duty. That show on
I think it's calling it like The Juror, and it's called Jury Duty, I think.
Yeah. The juror. No, it's but it's like that where one person doesn't know that he's in a show. But somebody even emailed me this morning, like, how crazy is it that Jonathan Torrens is in it, who's like this Canadian guy.
Oh, okay.
He was on Street Sense and Jonovision. No, you wouldn't.
Oh.
Canadians know. Anyway, fuck you, Discovery Plus. Get your shit together for us Canadians. We're very nice.
Yep. Okay.
We just want our sister wives.
I'm sorry, you guys, my volume. Some of you can hear me and some of you can't. I have the volume up as loud as possible on StreamYard and on my microphone. So I don't know what else to do. So I will try to speak as loudly as I can. I'll try to enunciate.
Yeah, just have your mic as close.
The rain in Spain, and you're just going to like see the big microphone in front of me. So there you go. Okay, so can we do you have any like hot topics or anything?
Yeah, I have a couple hot topics.
Okay.
Let me throw up the thingy. Great. Okay, so I just have a couple.
Okay.
These are just things I saw on TikTok throughout the week, but one of my favorites is just that Macaulay Culkin got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and Catherine O'Hara made his speech, and it was just so freaking cute.
I love Home Alone, and I don't think it'll ever be overrated. It is.
Oh, it's great.
I mean,
I like Lost in New York.
You cannot have Christmas time. I like Lost in New York. That is a good one. I mean, who doesn't? I want to have Christmas by myself in that hotel suite.
So win-win. He makes an explosive cameo, just perfect acting.
Wow.
But yeah, do you know that she was 36 in that movie?
Stop it.
Yeah.
How about I sent you that bombshell that Alice, the maid, the housekeeper in
I don't believe
the Brady
that.
Bunch, was 43 when the show aired.
I just can't believe that that's true.
I kind of do. Just everyone looked older then. I think it's the hairdos too, you know?
I think Ethel on I Love Lucy was like 35 or something too.
I can kind of see that, but maybe because it was in black and white, like we just assumed she was older.
Yeah, because black and white means old, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, remember last week I was like reading my note and I was like, I have no idea what that means. And then Justine was like, I knew exactly what you were talking about. So she explained it to me. And it's going to go into the fact that Suki, I think, is doing a way better job, by the way. But Kevin told me that like there was like I think a 90-day fiance, and it was accident. You know how they've done that before? They accidentally leak an episode that's like unedited or something.
Yeah.
So do you know about this? And it was a tell-all, and it was like really long, and like the host kept having to like listen in her earpiece and rephrase questions and stuff. But then they like got rid of it. But of course, Kevin has it. Yeah. So
how does he get this? It was just like top secret information.
He has a place on the internet but he says he can get us anything. So that'll help because Discovery Plus also has taken down a bunch of the Sister Wives episode randomly. Like Groomzilla, the one where Channy goes dress shopping with McKelty. And
he's like, that off?
Yeah, it's like randomly not there.
I don't like this. And the John and Kate plus a Disney World episode? Gone.
Yeah, somebody just requested that this morning. That and some Christmas episode where she yells at him in a toy store.
Oh, I remember that one.
Okay, we should do that for December. But anyway, I guess I was just going to say, yeah, Suki doesn't really have as much power as I think we think she does. And if Cody hated her, he would act like even more of a loser. And he would do more of that, like, harump, I'm going to look at my watch. Like, stuff.
I kind of want that one, though. I kind of like a harumpy.
Well,
I'm going to change
We're getting it, babe. Believe me, we're getting it. Him and his six-pack abs. which looked
Oh,
even like
those
more
pectorals.
exploding. Ooh.
He's just such a good resource. I just like, when I think Cody Brown is just, resources.
Well, money and sex. He's got
Yeah,
so much ability in
Susan,
both.
thank you for the super sticker.
Oh, thanks. Wow, thanks. Yeah, so that was that. Gary Shirley is selling candles now out of his house.
Candles. Whenever he gets stressed out, he just goes upstairs and he just smells his candles. Candles.
Jan goes, Jim, you smelled my candles, right? And he's like, well, yeah, you stuck it right up in my face, so yeah. No.
What do you smell? Fire. Bomb.
Yeah.
Fire.
Amazing. Okay.
I mean, Gary really is a Renaissance man. I mean, we had, Gary's, his pastries. Remember when he was a baker?
Of course.
He's been a farmer.
So remember what I said?
Cucumbers, Gary.
So
cucumbers, Gary.
We're referring to the episode of Teen Mom where Gary sets up a roadside vegetable stand.
Yep.
And it's like the saddest thing ever. And Tanya shows up.
Yep.
She's like, wow.
There's your peppers, Gary. Good peppers, Gary.
It's a far way to drive, though.
I came for so far.
But okay, so
no,
here's
he
my
is
point.
shilling these candles, and the scents are so Gary. Someone asked, okay, well, first of all, you and I hopped on, lasted 3 minutes before we just like immediately gave up.
Well, because if I talk to him and he doesn't respond, then like what am I doing there? Same with Fridays with Friends. I talk to them every day. Because I'm scared now that they're gonna see and recognize our icon. So I feel like I should go on my burner account. But last week, remember I said something and then he did reference it and he was like, okay, I know what I said. I said, hey, Gary, you're my best friend Jody's hall pass. And so then he looked at me.
You did not.
I did. That was what he was referring to. He was like,
ew. Ew. Yeah, hall pass if I got stuck in a hall in my nightmare and I had to bang him to get out and wake up from sleep paralysis.
See, now I planned to do that and I started screen recording, but then I got too excited and I double clicked it and then it didn't record that section.
Great. Well, he's selling, someone asked, do you have a candle that smells like men's cologne? And he does. Where is it? Christina, if you're watching this, where's my black ice? That's what he names his man smelling candle.
I feel like he'd have like a cashmere and like a sandalwood.
The only ones I heard was black ice and snickerdoodle. Because of course Gary Shirley wants his house to smell like a snickerdoodle.
Hey, I love a snicker. Like I love I don't like eating them, but I love the smell of like cookies.
Oh, see, I was just going to say, I love a snickerdoodle. I don't like cookie scented candles.
Oh, okay.
Like
I need
a cookie
to put in
or
a good
a
order at
scented.
Bath and Body Works at some point. I usually spend like $200 on candles every winter season, and then I just smell all my candles.
Well, why don't you go to Simple Treasures for Sale? Because she has a lot of candles right now.
Dude, those candles are going to show up with
all
just
business
dust
over there
on top. And they're going to smell bad.
No, brand new out of the box. She has the boxes right next to her. They're keeping it all business.
I feel like a lot of dog hair behaving. Is he?
No. Lizzie doesn't go near the product. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Lizzie, her collie, who has a portrait on the wall.
Okay,
guys, keep it here. Okay? Snitches get stitches.
Snitches get stitches. Now
she did spend $20 on Jenny's ice cream today. On lemon bar flavored ice cream.
Like actually watch her
a pint
every
delivered.
day. $20. Jesus.
$20. Yep. Well, it's $12 for the pint, and then Uber Eats. You have to pay for like the tip and the delivery.
I'm aware. I spent like $25 to get Tylenol last night because guess what? Car died again.
You just got a new car.
Well, it's not a new car. It's a different car.
Okay.
But my dad has my Mitsubishi now, right? And he's already spent like $7,000 in the past year to repair it. And I was like, that's why I hated that car. So anyway, I know, but I'll figure that out. I don't go anywhere. Yeah. The other big news, I guess, which will get us into what are we watching? God, I have a big zit right here. I just keep wanting to pick
I
it.
do too.
Right there?
Right here.
Right here.
Yeah. Matchers. I think it's a Brown family herp. It's the Brown family herp just getting passed around. Oh,
I think so.
Yeah, pimples. That's so cute.
I keep picking it and it's like really crusty and it hurts now.
Same.
Okay.
That's how mine is. Because I've done like a lot of treatment to it. So now it's like drying out. So it's going to go through that like drying healing process. And then that one day, the little like dry scab's going to flake off and it's going to be beautiful underneath. Like nothing ever happened.
I've already gone through that 4 times with this thing. So let's get into what are we watching?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So excited.
Okay, so the first thing I guess I want to address, which is also kind of a hot topic, is now spoiler alert akimbo for this, because if you haven't watched the Golden Bachelor finale or didn't see spoilers already all over TikTok, then I mean, I don't know, you've missed.
I had to avoid it for days, and it was very difficult. Like you texted something, and then finally you're like, "Are you mad at me?" I'm like, "Nope, I'm texting you in the group one because I can't go because I don't want a spoiler."
I thought you were mad at me because of our 9/11 conversation.
No, that was like one of the best conversations I've ever had in my life.
No, it was so funny, and we weren't making fun of it, but like
no.
I think we were just talking about like if you would make the decision to jump.
It started serious. Okay, I mean, spoiler alert. You guys just listen. Our minds go like wherever.
And I was like, I think I'd just be too lazy. And you're like, yeah, but it's so hot. And then you were like, no, you know what would happen is we would make a pact to jump together at the same time, and then you would back out.
You would change your mind at the last second, and then I would go, down pissed off at you, and you would be laughing like, oops. And then
I'd somehow escape probably.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're like, well, you should have stayed. Anyway, okay. Let's talk about Golden Bachelor though. Golden Bachelor. So the big news that came out, I think it's so funny, our culture, and I mean, we're both guilty of it too. I forgot Squid Games is back.
Oh, I haven't. I'm putting this here to remind me to talk about this because I've been watching it. Okay. But Golden Batch. Let's do
Golden
this.
Batch. It's just funny the way that people turned on him so quickly. Like, all women hate him now. Every TikTok is like, this guy's a motherfucker. They didn't vet him. He came across as so nice, and he's such a fucking asshole.
Well, it came out that he had like lived with a woman, that he had dated a woman for like a year, lived with them, and he was like, I haven't kissed anyone since my wife Tony died. Skidamarinky-dinky-dink, skidamarinky.
Skidamarinky-dinky-dink, skidamarinky-doo. Well, hello, beautiful. I was just thinking about you.
I love how the comedic timing of when that cuts off. So Gary, oh God. Okay, so now my mom and my dad are both texting me at the same time saying it's probably your alternator. So that sounds expensive.
Well, then you're done. That's a huge investment. I had an alternator go.
Are you fucking serious?
That's a big investment.
Just paid off this car December 2 days ago.
Okay, well,
it better
take a deep breath.
I'll figure that out later. Like, my dad's just gonna have to give me my other car back.
So Gary, spelled like Jerry, chooses Teresa.
Ugh, and how fucking annoying was she on the reunion?
I will say she looked good. She looked good at the reunion. She had like a deep conditioning treatment. Like the lipstick wasn't bleeding everywhere. Leslie was pissed. But also, like, I get Leslie was pissed, but like, honey, you went on The Bachelor. Like, there's at least a 50% chance that this is going to happen, right? Like, he had to pick one person. He didn't have to say, I love you, and like, I think you're the one, and all of that.
Right.
But I do kind of like that he told her ahead of time. He didn't make her go down to the, whatever
Yeah.
proposal mat and all of that.
I wanted to see the
I don't
dress that
know.
she spent like $4,000 on or something.
Oh, she said it was like a $60,000 dress. I'm sure they comp the dresses or whatever, and they have him go
Oh,
shopping
right.
for it, or however much it costs. What got me was him wording. Did you see him mimicking everything that everyone
Yeah.
else says?
But then, who's that girl? Elise something. She's like that TikTok girl.
Oh, Myers. Everyone loves
Elise
her.
Myers.
Yeah.
She wrote back saying, well, as somebody who's very hard of hearing, this is like what people who are hard of hearing do, because you're concentrating so much and you're reading their lips. So I was going to throw shade at him for that too. And I'm like, well, that's probably going to be me in a few years. So,
okay.
But that was weird. But just the ex-girlfriend thing, like this whole news story came out where he had like a couple, and like he said something like this is a crazy story. I can't see him saying this, but she said that they were going to go to his like high school reunion, and she'd put on like 10 pounds. And he's like, we're not going with you looking like that. And he like fat shamed her, and then they broke up because of it. And then she ended up like breaking her ankle or her foot or something at their house that they lived in together. And he would make them like go Dutch on every date, and like she had to pay like all this money to like
I can
pay rent.
see that.
I can see that too. But he said,
because no one gets through life being 60 some years old or 70, however old he is, and being that naive and that just like unjaded and like, to the world. It's not real. Right. There's no way it can be real.
I think Teresa actually is that, but Teresa was like much dumber, I think. But she broke one of her bones, and then she had to like live in the house with him after that because she like had to recover. And so he just sounds kind of awful. And just the way the internet turned on him is just so funny, because the day before everyone was like, oh, he's the nicest guy in the world.
They're just annoying. Like he and what's her face, Teresa, are really just annoying. Oh yeah, when she said like, oh, I really knocked out his boots. Kissing. Gross. Also, can we address the fact that his daughter
is Rachel Dolezal?
Dolezal has to be. Right.
I mean, wow. They are two completely different ethnicities. And I mean, right. I should have grabbed
it's Rachel Dolezal's doppelganger.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but like I was trying to figure out.
This girl seems nice.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like she's going around.
Who is she?
Right.
Rachel.
She's just really, very, very. What's wrong with Elise? Okay, I don't love Elise Myers either. But I just know that I saw that. I saw her right.
Oh, I've always just swiped past her. I never have gotten. I don't know like what she is or what she does or.
Yeah, there's something about her that she has anxiety. Okay. She had this one TikTok about like, I know that once I get in the shower, it'll be the best shower of my life. But like the 5 steps I have to take and then getting into the shower is like has put me out all day. So yeah. She's, I guess, relatable. Anyway, whatever. Right. Yeah, they're getting married like next week.
January 4th or something. That was the big first of all, Jesse Palmer, worst. He is terrible at what he does.
I didn't even clock him at
all.
He
is awful. Everything he's like, this is gonna be the most dramatic thing you've ever heard in Bachelor history. And it was right at the end. He's like, oh, we're going to get married on January 4th. And that was the big bombshell.
Well, January is going to be a big week of weddings, or a big month of wedding specials. What with Christine and David's 2-week-long wedding special.
That's right. We'll be covering it. Stay tuned for that. Also, if we can touch briefly on Squid Games, I'm watching it. It's really good. I'm so into it.
Is this the American version?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's like a reality show. So they're eliminating people and it's pretty quick moving. Like they're playing the actual games that were in the show.
Oh, except they're probably not dying, right?
Well, no, that's the great part, is that they have to fake dying. So, like, the first challenge where they have to, like, la, 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 la. Okay. and they like get shot and killed, they have like a pack, like an exploding pack in their chest. So they'll be standing there, and then all of a sudden they make them fake their death, like, oh.
Oh, okay.
And then you can
I
tell the
wouldn't
ones
be
that are
able to do
really
that.
pissed. They're so over it. They're like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And you'll just see them be like,
Ooh.
yeah, it's really good.
Oh, they're
I
getting
love it.
nailed with squibs. Okay, I'm liking this.
Oh,
By the way,
it's
someone
so
up
good.
here earlier said, Amanda, your name is spelled wrong, but it's because Aurora Brown.
Amanada, right.
She
Aurora
wrote
Brown.
Amanada. It's framed. I have it framed, and it sits on my desk forever.
She's so stupid. She's so stupid.
Very dumb.
Oh, I'd
Okay,
also like to just throw a little helpful, if you're having a tough time falling asleep, I always like to just scroll Reddit. That's like my happy place when I need to just like go brain dead, scroll. So one of the favorite things that just kind of came up as like a, suggested algorithm, and I cannot get enough of it, is a subreddit called What Is My Cookie Cutter? And it is so fucking funny. It's people who just like, they have this cookie cutter and like no idea what this is. And then people respond and they'll like draw in like, a little thing, what it could be. And then like sometimes actually they actually get it. And then sometimes it's just like this stupid off the wall thing. But you really look at these things and you're like, yeah, what the fuck is that? Because they make cookie cutters of everything. It sounds stupid, but it's addicting. I love it.
Yeah, I don't want to get into Reddit. It's a lot of reading.
Oh, I don't post or anything. I just scroll.
Oh, no. I wouldn't either. Yeah, no, I know Rachel Dolezal is white, and his daughter is also obviously white. We're just saying she looks like Rachel Dolezal.
They don't look like sisters.
No, his two daughters. I just noticed.
Which I get. Like my kids don't look anything alike. Like people are always shocked that they're related. Googie's got dark brown hair, dark brown eyes.
Yeah.
Paige is strawberry blonde and like clear blue eyes. Like you would never know they're related. I mean, genetics are pretty crazy. Mm-hmm. Or Gary wasn't faithful. Well, no, that wouldn't work out. His wife wasn't faithful.
I have the fun experience of having all three of my girl cousins on both sides have just naturally tall, thin, like they were all like models.
Oh, it's so sad for them.
So, and whenever I'm like in a group with them, like at some, family meeting or whatever, everyone's always like, oh, you guys don't even look like cousins. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I get it. Gotcha. I'm reading between the lines.
Oh, we don't. Oh, it's so funny.
I know what you're saying. Anyway, okay, what are we watching? Did you watch SNL?
I did actually.
Okay, I do like Emma Stone a lot.
Yeah, I think she was very good. I think Bowen Yang opening was really good.
Oh, I didn't even know who that was, and then once I kind of was looking into that,
who he was impersonating?
Yeah,
George Santos. Okay,
because I just don't follow American politics anymore, and it's wonderful. But that's pretty crazy, like all that stuff that happened. But I'm really loving this new cast member, Chloe Trost. I think she's amazing. She's the one that was Mama Cass. She sings.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I still can't. I know you like her now. The one,
Serious Worm.
Yes.
I love her. Yes.
Okay.
I like all the. I love Heidi Gardner. I love Chloe Finneman. I think they're all awesome.
I think they're getting into a better stride. I mean, there's always hot and cold seasons of SNL, but
I mean, I'm still watching on the daily that one. Yeah, I'm revved up. Love Like, do you already forget? We talked about it last week. What were we talking about? Oh, SNL. I just really think that the cast is very strong these days. They all just feel like they're meshing really well. And yeah, Bowen Yang is bae.
Yeah, he's bae. That's so cute.
Not that
I never know the musical artists though.
Oh, I know.
I always just skip them.
I don't listen to music. I don't really like music, honestly. Yeah. Where can we hear your John and Kate episodes? Those would be on our Patreon. Patreon.com/LoveToHateTV.
Yep.
There's a million episodes.
Yeah. Especially on patreon.com/trpod. Just go and check them out.
Fat Camp?
Yeah.
Return to Fat Camp?
I want to do that again.
MTV
Fat Camp, Return to Fat Camp was so funny. Did we do that as a watch along, like on a
I think we
able
tried
to have that on another screen? Because that was so funny.
We did that
with Diane.
Yeah.
When she fell off the chair and she had to go to the infirmary where her mom worked as a nurse. She's like, I sprained my ankle 3 times today and threw my back twice. I thought it was time to come.
Okay.
So
yeah, I would honestly consider going back and restarting Sister Wives again. I feel like each time if we did the pilot episode of Sister Wives, I think we'd say all 100% different things than we did the first time we did it.
Yeah.
But if Mary comes out with a book, yeah, we'll just read the Sister Wives books as they come. Yeah.
I will forever say Sister Wives is one of like the best long-term documentary series of all times. Of all times.
And it's still just it's juicy now because all the women are pissed off and telling the truth.
Yep.
Oh God, and you should see Robin in this episode. Robin asks every question that Suki asks Robin reacts like Suki just asked like her, which child of yours would you like to kill? She just well, I mean,
really?
It's like she didn't ask like Suki would ask her so like, oh, so like how are things going? And she's things are fine, I guess. I mean, just okay, lighten up. If Robin had a totally different personality and was like laughing and there was light in her eyes, she would be likable-ish. More likable.
Well, yeah, I would agree because most people at least didn't mind her the first several seasons when we didn't know that much about her.
I didn't know anything about that though because I started watching season 16.
Yep.
The willful ignorance we all had back in the day. Also, I'm still blasting my way through Grey's Anatomy. We're on middle of season 2, and it's good. You don't care. Your eyes just glazed.
No comment.
Okay.
I can't. It's just so cheesy and heavy-handed. I can't.
No, but I'm like recognizing things. She made that speech the other day with the pick me, just pick me, okay? That's like some famous speech. And Kate Walsh is in it now, and she's amazing. And I think she looks exactly like Kristen Wiig, and she also looks like Laura Benanti. All 3 of those women are interchangeable to me.
Well, and that's why everyone named their daughters Addison. That's why there's an influx of Addisons now.
Who's Addison? Is that who Kate Walsh is
on the show?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm still learning names. I don't know who any of them
it became a super popular name. Wait, what's Yellow? I've noticed people are asking about Yellow Jackets. Is it back on or something? Or am I missing something?
Maybe Debbie's just asking, like, does anyone like that show?
Oh,
we both kind of
okay.
All right. Do you want to just get into Browntown?
Wait, what's going on with the Yellow Jackets? Are we missing something? Is this like a happy birthday Nick thing that we're gonna fall into again?
Right.
On accident?
I'm not falling for it. Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Let's see what timestamp we're at here. All right, we're at 38 minutes. All right, let's do it. Which one do you want?
Surprise us.
Oh, wait, I forgot to say one thing that I watched. Can I talk about it really quick?
Yes.
It's a movie. It's a movie called May December. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's kind of a bad picture you can't see. But it's okay, so it's about Julianne Moore is in it and Natalie Portman. And it's about Julianne Moore is playing Mary Kay Letourneau. She's like a different name. Oh, it's good. It's kind of a slow burn, but like
not the actual Mary Kay.
It's Mary Kay.
Inspired by.
But it's the exact story except they just changed the names. Okay. And the guy that plays Billy,
yes.
I feel like Billy was possibly Filipino in real life, and they made this guy half Korean. Well, you are Korean, and he goes half Korean. Whatever. But I mean, it's the same situation, like the amount of kids and the fact that they get married afterward, and she spent years in jail. But then the concept is that Natalie Portman is playing her in a movie. So she's spending like a week with the family to like get to know like the inner workings of it. And
This
it's
is
like a
very
pretty
meta.
interesting story.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like Natalie Portman's kind of, as she goes, she's becoming like she's she's into it. Like she's into it. Like
and
she
this
thinks
is on
the story,
Netflix.
It's on Netflix, yeah. It's good.
Okay.
It's only like, I think it's less than 2 hours. It's like an hour 30. It's good. And the acting is great all around. I like it.
And it's it's not a series, it's just a movie.
Just a one-off, babe. Yeah.
Okay, I like this.
And Julianne Moore is great. I mean, she's obviously great. Both of them are great. But Julianne Moore really like gets that energy. And then they have that, that interview that Mary Kay Letourneau, and obviously I love this movie because we all know how much in favor of teacher-student relationships I am.
A huge fan.
One episode, the only episode we ever had to go back and edit like 30 minutes out because we were just like, we were being a little too brazen. But there's this interview that they did where guys like interviewing them, and then Mary Kay is like saying to Billy, like who was in charge, who was the boss,
I know
who was
exactly what interview you're talking about. Yeah.
So they take that exact dialogue, and that's in this movie as well.
Oh, okay. I'm so in. I'm watching this.
Yeah, watch it tonight. Maybe not with Paige, but it's good. It's good.
Oh, no, not without the kids. What is good? An Office reboot? I haven't heard this. Have you?
I don't know if I like that.
There's chatter about an Office reboot in the chat, and yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like that one.
All right, we'll look into that for next week. I would be shocked. Oh God, and we'd have to see Jenna Fisher do like a whole like press routine.
I think, I don't know. You and I, we started listening to, what is it, the Office Ladies podcast when it first dropped. That had been like years ago now. And you and I were both like,
yeah,
no. We had to stop listening because it was like ruining The Office for us. Yeah.
No, she was like way too much. Okay, but now, so Browntown. Let's see. Let's do let's do a Dancing Robin.
I love a slide whistle. Never gets old.
All right. Sorry, I'm just reading about my car. Hang on. Let me just really quickly read what my dad said. That was a brand new, it's slender warranty. Maybe you need a new alternator. Fuck, God damn it. Right.
Although, listen, people in the chat were saying that they replaced her alternators and it was not that expensive. So I might have, my mechanic skills aren't up to par these days.
Yeah. Whatever. I'll just get a bus pass at this point. Jesus fucking Christ.
Wow. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I just saw Terry Schiavo in the chat, and I got to throw this up here. Did you all hear the Terry Schiavo movie on Peacock? What? Between Life and Death. Okay, I'm so in.
I want to see what this looks like.
I mean, you got me at Terry Schiavo. I love
that was one of the few times I ever had sleep paralysis. I've told this story, but our house had mold in like my college house had mold in the bathroom, and they had to redo the whole thing. So the landlord had to rent us a hotel room to like.
I can't wait to see how this is going to get to Terry Schiavo. I can't wait.
Okay. So it's this hotel called Twin Palms. It's right across the street from the music school, and so we all had, and then there was also the Safeway that like some of us were using too. We just go take a shit at Safeway every morning. It was a little closer, but. So I was like between classes, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to go like take a quick nap at the hotel because it's like right on campus as opposed to like, a 20-minute walk. So I'm taking a nap, but the Terry Schiavo whole like situation was happening. And I think it was like the week that they took her off the ventilator or respirator. So we were just like watching it happen, and it was on TV, and I fell asleep to it. And then I woke up in sleep paralysis. I couldn't move, and I could only see like this much. So I was like trying to look around the room, and I was trying to like get my eyes to clear up. And I just like, all I could see on the TV was just this like pin spot of just Terry Schiavo like dying. And it lasted for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, I need to get out of this. Like I couldn't get out of it. And then I finally woke up, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck
Okay,
that.
that would be terrifying. The one time that you have
All I could see
bad
is just,
sleep
like,
paralysis is you making eye contact with Terry Schiavo. Oh my God.
and like it was as
Jesus.
if I was Terry Schiavo.
Wow. Yeah. It's art imitating life. The best art of all the art. Oh man.
Okay, let's get into Browntown here. Brown Family
Okay.
Corner. We have email Maddie's wedding. Oh fuck, I don't even know what that is. I'll get to that in a second. Mary drunk on Fridays with friends. She admitted right off the bat she was drunk. And then she got more and more drunk throughout the episode.
Was it root beer and like sour apple pucker? What was she
I
drinking?
don't know.
Do we know?
I don't know if she said what it was. I just saw somebody posted on our Facebook group. Mary's drunk on Instagram right now, and I had just gotten the notification. And and I jumped on. She wasn't talking about it anymore, but she clearly was. Oh, there you go. You're not frozen anymore. Okay. Cody.
There's some Lizzie's wine tumblers sold out. Ooh.
Well, speaking of which, so we'll get into that in a second, but really quickly, I do want to talk about this conspiracy that Janelle called Cody an alcoholic during their fight. And it was right when he was saying, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And right under that, she says, you're an alcoholic. And he cuts her off. Are you still there? Hello?
I'm still here.
Okay.
You look frozen to me, but maybe it's just us going crazy. Oh,
that's fine as long as you can hear us.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's saying that you're frozen, but we can still hear you.
Christ. Okay, fine.
I didn't hear that. Did you hear it going back and listening to it?
I didn't hear it, but then somebody posted something saying that you, like, even with closed captioning on it says that she's saying it, and you can hear her say it if you're listening to it.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go back and listen to last week's episode then.
Oh no, they play that part of the fight in this episode again, of course.
Oh, they do? So we'll be able to hear it. Okay.
We're gonna watch that fight 25 times every episode, but we should be able to hear it. But so that's this whole conspiracy now, because like everyone's like, why is Cody's face so puffy? Shit like that. But then there was a picture of Cody like loading his car, like he'd just gone to the store and he had a shop full of like beer and stuff.
Yep.
Which I think would be that big of a deal if he didn't pretend like he was
holier than thou.
Yeah, holier than thou about it. And it was,
I saw that picture. There's definitely some Angry Orchard down in there, which of course he drinks Angry Orchard. Yeah, he probably pounds a 6-pack of it like a freaking psychopath.
I could pound a 6-pack of Angry Orchard. I wouldn't even feel anything. It's a cider.
Well, no, you couldn't, because it would just be like sweetness overload. That's like being like, oh, I love Barry Weiss. And just,
I guess that's true.
Being like, I'm just going to go ham on Barry Weiss this weekend. Hey, maybe try doing stop cam and then restart it, and we'll see if you will be not frozen.
It's not even letting me do that.
Oh, no, we see boot lamp. Thank you, Michael. We love that you and your wife love the show. That's amazing. You guys both listen and watch together.
Should I go into Canada? Maybe I'll just take my VPN off. This happened last week.
I'm telling you, like, we do during the week we record, and we don't have like any sort of issues, this kind of stuff. But but it was really cute the way you were frozen. You were just like smiling.
No, I can still see it. I look fat. I'm just gonna
stop it.
I'm just gonna disconnect, but I'll be right back.
Yep. Oh, that's fine. So let's see. Angry Orchard, how appropriate for Cody. That's true. I'm trying to think. Yes.
Okay, but I'm still frozen.
We just see boot lamp. That's okay.
Fine. It'll fix itself. All right. Well, what else do I have here? I have, wait, what did you, rumor that the nanny, okay. We needed to talk about this rumor because first of all, there's a rumor that Cody and Robin's storyline for this upcoming season is that they're getting a vow renewal.
Ugh.
Like, how awful.
I think we touched on this last week. Vow renewals are the kiss of death. And every Real Housewife knows that. You can't, no, you cannot do a vow renewal. John and Kate +8, same thing. Vow renewal, boom, you get divorced. You can't do it. And who really wants to see that? What are they going to be promising each other they haven't already promised?
Well,
And yeah,
it'll
like,
be the wedding we actually wanted, Cody. We had to be so we had to involve all the other wives for the first one. It wasn't fair to me.
oh God. Oh yeah, they didn't take pictures on the wedding day. They just took them before and after. So they have all these
Right.
pictures together. We didn't take any pictures together. Okay.
But then
Yeah,
we
exactly.
made
How
all the
many
wives.
weddings does Robin need? She had the one we didn't see, the one that was on the show. They had the Brown family commitment ceremony.
And she had her first marriage as well, even though he doesn't,
Right.
you know,
Well, he just took
he's
it.
been
And he
erased from the
threw
earth.
it on the ground.
I'm gonna see if I can
Worst
just come
mistake
in
of her
on my
life.
phone again.
Worst mistake of her life, right?
Right.
Oh
so
yeah, then the legal marriage. Good point, Jean. I mean,
that's
this woman has been married more than
right.
Zsa Zsa Gabor at this point. My God. Hey, that was a timely reference, wasn't it?
That was.
What is going on?
I'm trying to just
God.
be
That one
on.
echoing.
That's not gonna work either. Sorry. I'm just not even gonna try.
That was like a classic Janelle moment right there.
Yeah. I'm trying to get on my phone, but then there's two of me in here and I can't get out of here. So I just need to wait for the internet to.
It's funny. It's funny.
Cody buying booze.
You there? I think we might have lost her, guys. That might have been it. Might have just had a little bit too much fun there. I thought someone was like hopping in, like a little surprise guest, just in time for 665 people in the chat. Come on. Oh, now we're at 678. Okay. Everyone, listen, smash the like button, please. Boot Lamp possessed this live. I agree. Would there be horses at the vow renewal?
Robin would pick it. Robin doesn't like animals, remember? She didn't want to kiss the baby giraffe or the kangaroo.
Ew, Aurora would be like the maid of honor. Oh, God. Super annoying.
Cody would give Aurora and Brianna engagement rings as well.
Ew, yes. It'd be like a family circle up there.
Mm-hmm.
Dayton would walk her down the aisle. Dayton and Solomon.
I think Dayton wants anything to do with it.
Areola. Oh, Areola would just like... She'd make the whole thing all about her. She'd be a nightmare.
Here's the other thing.
Best man, yep.
But they'd have him in like a full like parka in the dead of summer because he's too precious to be out in the the cold. Yeah. So here's the other rumor that you don't agree with, but I do, is that rumor that the nanny was hired so that Cody and Robin could just bang all day. And she's basically like his sex slave.
No way.
You don't believe that?
I do not. No. Absolutely not. I think they have a nanny so they can sleep in and just like dick around and do nothing. Maybe they like, I don't know, knocked some boots, as the kids say. But I don't think that's just what they do all day. Robin is not that kind of a good time gal. And I think she'd be too modest. She wouldn't want anyone knowing that they're making love, Cody.
Do you think that how often do you think Cody demands sex from her?
I don't think it's as often as we would think it is.
Okay. He has so much energy, though, it seems.
I'm thinking he's like a one time a week and he's good. I just don't.
I don't think so. I feel like he's like a fiend because he's a man.
No way. Yeah. No, I think he wants us to think that, but I think he like his energy reserves are too precious to just like waste on carnal desires. He's gonna like put it towards his workouts and like, you know, going to walk around the block and do some push-ups for his pectorals. I don't think he's like he's demanding it, and I don't think she's that good. Like, I think I'm probably better in bed than Robin is, and that's saying a lot.
Well, we're gonna find out that Janelle is the real sex fiend during this episode. Now, I want to go through. some of the Instagram posts from this week, but you're the one that's going to have to put them up because I can't touch anything on the goddamn computer right now. Okay. So if you just look, I've labeled them all. I've labeled them all like the different names of the women. So if you just want to go in order.
Okay. So I'm going to go here. Is this
I can't
the
see
correct
it.
one? Our annual tradition, the holiday goes for 4 days, a throwback to when the kids were little, and a course of LOTR and a puzzle. Lord of the Rings? Oh, yeah. God. That sounds like the worst time ever.
Yeah. Okay, do all of Janelle's.
Remember when I watched Lord of the Rings with my family and I thought I was waiting for Yoda to show up at the end?
I mean,
I thought the ring dude was like they were like related or something. Okay. Mary. Whoa. Happy Thanksgiving from the chilly and windy shores of beautiful Lake Michigan. Wishing you a day full of love, laughter, family, and friendship. Well, where is Mary in this photo? Because that is not her. That is photoshopped
that's that really
within.
Good Photoshop, yeah.
Holy shit. Like, her face is just a blur with the most frightening eyes I've ever seen. I feel like I'm you looking at Terry Schiavo in the eye right now. Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna get out of Google Chrome and come back in. But
yeah,
just
that's right. No, we're gonna go on through. We're gonna see. This is gonna be a fun little adventure to see what Amanda put up in here. Fortunate to make a quick trip to New York City earlier for a sit-down interview. Okay, Janelle's looking good. Oh, here we go. I don't know which side I'm going on. She's got a smart little blazer and jeans. I kind of like that. I like that look on Janelle. I would totally wear that outfit. Janelle's got, I got my trusty Janelle that I'm going to put on for this episode behind me here. I'm liking this little look. I did watch this interview and the interviewer seemed like a little annoying. So this must have been from Thanksgiving. Cooking all the things today. Oh God, there's a whole lot of cans and some yeast. But it's been so long since I did much cooking beyond dinner entrees. All my cans had expired. Who knew? I didn't even get to check. Thank goodness grocery store is open for a few hours today. Oh, Janelle.
Why did she post this? Why did she post? We can't even see what's in the cans.
Says Janelle. Who knew cans expired? Remember when my mom thought all frozen foods, anything that comes frozen, has no expiration date? And then she got really upset at me that I told her.
I
she had to throw away things that were 10 years old.
All right, am I back now?
You're back, baby.
Back and feeling great.
And we're back.
And we're back. All right, what else? What else we got for pictures here?
What is pinch? You have something labeled pinch.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
What? I'm not looking at this. What is this?
It's Howie in a little Santa hat pinching his cat, the cat that lives with him.
No, is it like squeezing a cyst or something?
No, it's just he's just standing next to the cat. But it was funny because
I don't like that.
She got a whole bunch of backlash, the mom, because she always has Howie
because she's keeping food as a pet and torturing it by putting hats on it.
And torturing the cat. She's like, she left this. Oh shit. I didn't put up the actual description, but she was getting a lot of backlash because people were thinking that she was letting Howie actually, and that could hurt a cat. To be pinched by a crab. And she was like, let's just talk about this. Howie actually really likes this one cat. So like, she's never actually shown any interest in pinching it. So like, I wasn't worried. And it's like, in this picture, she is clearly trying to pinch the cat.
Okay, call me crazy, but I'm thinking Howie is kind of in the same shoes as Terry Schiavo here. Like, this is very controversial. This is parallel.
It's being forced.
We're keeping Howie alive here. There's no way Howie's happy. This is not a quality of life.
She's wearing a toque.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
And then, really quickly, catfish. So here's what Jackie Overton posted a while ago. So I'll just read this. This was an article 10 years ago, about the ring. So Jackie Overton or someone said, she told me the last straw for her was when he took the wedding band that she gave him during their wedding ceremony and melted it down, Sam wrote. He told her he didn't want it to be a contention point with the other wives, so he had it melted down and put into a piece of jewelry for another daughter, which was Aurora, not her daughter. It showed how much the marriage meant to him, which was nothing. She said, it showed how much her marriage meant to him, which was nothing. She said it hurt her feelings because he could have given it back to her to hold on to for her own child's future husband or partner, or at least like let her have it for a keepsake. But no, he just went in. So this is what's interesting is that, okay, so I know that Jackie Overton penned a novel called Almost Married. Have you heard of this? And I know that Ace and Caitlin read it on their podcast. I would love to also do that. I mean, and the reason that I was holding off on us reading that is because I'm like, well, it just seems like all complete bullshit. But that is verbatim what Christine and Mary and Janelle all say happened too. So maybe Jackie Overton isn't lying as much. I mean, she's a terrible person, but maybe she's not lying as much as we think she is.
But still, like, pathological liars will still have moments of truthfulness.
But that every detail of that was exactly how it was. Did we talk about? There we go.
I mean, say no more.
I could not feel worse for Mary. But how embarrassing is that? That you will always be associated with that picture. And the fact that the reason that people laugh at it so much is because it's the unsexiest picture of somebody imagining that they're giving fellatio. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just like the worst form ever. You need an embouchure. Right. What's this? Yeah. That's Saul. Okay, just Christine and Janelle have done, I think, 700 interviews wearing these outfits.
Whoa.
Like, I think they just went all day.
Shoes. What the holy hell?
Ooh, maybe she was uncomfortable and she just put those on and didn't know that her feet would be shown.
That does not look good. I love Janelle's look. That is
power lesbian
very sharp for her.
I have a blazer that I bought at Target a couple of years ago, and I've just never worn it. But it fits me now, and I was gonna wear it today for Power Lesbian Janelle, but it's too hot.
Okay. Well, I have my trusty Janelle blazer.
Right, but she looks so good.
I love this look. I love it. The jeans, perfect. With like that little roll and the brown loafer.
And the button up is working for her under. Yeah.
Yes.
I love it.
That I know Janelle likes to go with a bold primary color, like the jewel tones and a button up. I think she really needs to stick to actual neutrals.
Yeah, the earth tones.
Earth tones.
She's so pretty. Now Christine got invited to this like reality women's. Like,
again, the shoes, wrong choice. Christine.
Yeah. And she just got, and like there's like a tan line right there on her shoulder. There's like a farmer's tan.
Listen, I empathize with her because I am not like a shoe gal, or I'm not a shoe person or a purse person. I hate shopping for them. I always think shoes and purses are so overpriced. And always just like, whatever, I'll get a shoe that goes with everything. But if you're going to an event like this, you can go higher than a pump, Christine. You're not going to be like working the red carpet. You can get a heel.
Well, I can't wear heels ever for the rest of my entire fucking life. And then remember, hopefully this is buried far enough in the episode, but like, I had that date last week and I fully bailed because I was way too stressed out.
And then I went into a whole Paige that night and her first question was, how did Amanda's date go? I'm like, she didn't go. And she's like, oh. She goes, well, and then actually she goes, I mean, honestly, that's kind of like good for her. I mean, if she doesn't want to go, then just don't go. And I'm like,
well, one of the main sources of contention was that I didn't want to have to, I'm like, I don't have any, I have, what are those Crocs? I have 2 pairs of Crocs that I just wear all the time.
Yep. Yeah, you're not wearing Crocs on a date, babe. No.
No, but then also I just didn't want to go.
Yeah, no, I get it. Well, after you disclosed more information, I didn't want you to go either.
Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah, I buried the lead on that. He seemed very nice. Very
Huge
nice.
detail, though, that you left out.
Yeah, it's like the lifestyle now, though. Anyway, I
don't mind the lifestyle. You just left that detail out. Like, if you told me that earlier, I would have known where to fall.
Obviously, that's why I didn't say anything. But anyway, then I just went full like women only on Instagram. However, I still need to put more pics up than my vagina daddy picture to get a couple.
Oh wait, you mean on Tinder?
Oh, Tinder, yeah.
Okay.
I just went full women. So I'm like, maybe that's my journey. We'll see.
I love that journey for you.
Yeah, I mean,
try it out.
Might as well. Yeah, I mean, the thought of going out and meeting a woman at a bar or for coffee like doesn't give me anxiety. I'm like, oh, I would love to talk to this person, but like the thought of going and meeting a man, and also the possibility. My main thing was the possibility of me walking in and him looking at me and just like his face dropping. Okay, which I guess is probably
not going to happen.
Well,
first of all,
well, babe, it happened with Crab Cakes, who was 600 pounds.
It's because that's like projection and that's their own issues. And also that was kind of weird that he just showed up in a different country out of the blue. Like he was going through some weird things. Also, I agree with M. Faithful here. You as vagina daddy, adorable.
All right, well,
and the whole thing with like a dating app, like he sees what you look like. So obviously he or she or they are going to love what you look like because they're swiping on you.
Yeah, we'll see. The Ozempic's starting to finally work. What else we got? Janelle, did you get this one?
No.
Oh. Why don't you go ahead and read it? Can you get right close to the camera though? I'll let you see it.
My God. Oh my God. Oh. Changing up the last of the turkey leftovers today. Curry and turkey salad. Totally one of my faves.
And just so you know, there's a bowl of turkey salad.
What is that?
That is 100% covered up by lyrics, by like the dialogue she has written.
What? It looks like some sort of like creamy mayo with way too much curry powder in it. I think it's
probably a chicken salad, but with turkey bits instead of chicken.
Are there noodles? I feel like I see butterfly or bow tie noodles in there, I mean. Is there like a gizzard in the middle? I see like an octopus tentacle in the middle.
It's impossible to tell because she covered up the entire bowl of food with the dialogue.
Wait, hold on. It is mayo because look north of the bowl.
Well, yeah, of course.
That is a jar of mayo.
Chicken salad would have turkey in it or mayo in it.
I do not.
But she just
likes
to add curry powder as well. You don't like this? Do you not like mayo-based things?
No, I think it's fine. I'm not a huge curry person.
Oh, I'm not either.
I just feel like, it's like a very overpowering flavor. Maybe I just haven't like appreciated or had it in the right context.
I'll eat egg salad.
It's not a tentacle, it's a spoon, everyone's saying.
Oh,
well, I mean, it is Janelle, so you never know. She makes her lasagna in the sink, so it's not that far-fetched.
Next to thawing raw chicken that is not in a bag.
Oh, God.
Touching her dirty dishes at the same time.
All I hear is just the sound of that getting mixed together, like... just...
Sounds good to me. What is this, Mary? Oh, did we talk about this?
The ornaments, yes.
Sold out in like 10 minutes.
Good for her.
Get it, Mary. Yes, good for
her. And it's good for the earth. I love it.
I think that's it. Christina and Janelle. Yeah.
I'm so excited for this episode. I'm like ready. Okay.
All right, let's do it. You ready? I'll play it, I guess. Or is Jody's sound better now? Like, do you guys would you rather Jody play it?
I'll do like a little sampling of the sound, and then you guys let me know.
Well, let me close out Brown Town really quickly.
Behind, right here. Is this where you want to go?
Can you guys hear that? Okay. Did you guys hear that? That that came through loud and clear, or
Yeah, and just for any new people here, that was not a porn. That was Robin giving birth to Solomon
with Vagina Daddy just in the splash zone, right there,
right up in there. Yep. Let me close out Browntown really quickly. Do you want to do Christmas? It's Christmas time. I need to add a fart to that one.
I was gonna say I was waiting for the.
It's very jarring to hear it without the fart.
Yeah, you're expecting it.
What's this?
Holly, it's Cody Brown from Sister Wives, and Caleb wanted me to send you this message. Congratulations on your 1-year anniversary. Glad you work in TV. That's an interesting experience if you see the behind the scenes, because it's sort of a magical world. I'm only seen by the public. What I see is a caricature of myself. It doesn't feel like it's really me. So, and like if you guys work it out, I won't be having any more wives.
And so on and so forth. Yeah. Okay.
He's a caricature of himself. Sure.
It's like he almost gets it. He almost gets that, like, yeah, no, you look like a crazy person on TV, but that's still you doing and saying all those things.
Yeah, and his hair, I mean, talk about akimbo.
He had like one curl that was just like this.
Oh my God. That is actually that is spot on.
Toupee. Yeah.
That is spot on.
The tendrils right here.
You know what I really wish? For Areola just to snap one day and go into his room when he's sleeping and just snip.
Yeah. She would.
Sweetie. Oh, she totally would.
And Robin would be like, Cody, she's just precocious, Cody. Even though she's 17 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's like smoking cigarettes already.
On her, so I love it. Okay, so do you want to play this episode?
No, if yours was working and everyone says it's good, then
all right. Okay, so one-on-one part 2. The Brown family continues to speak one-on-one with host Sukanya Krishnan. Mary shares the events leading up to her separation from Cody, while Christine reveals a shocking story involving Cody melting down his wedding ring. All right.
Okay, now this kind of starts at 1 minute and 38 seconds, but it starts even past that. I think it's more toward like 3 minutes, because they play like an entire couple minutes of like what you're about to see in the next 40 minutes. Okay. But do you just want to start there?
No, you know what? Let's see. I'm trying to get to the place that you're talking about here. Okay. Do they do like the little intro with Mary and...
I got it. It's 309. 310.
Holy cow. That really is a long intro.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all getting to the same place here. 309. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'll feel confident.
Oh, I got you right here. Okay.
All right. Yep.
Sister Wives One-on-One, and away we go. We're listening. We can't play video because we'll get kicked off.
Stand by, please. Very quiet.
I don't know much about your relationship with Janelle.
Yeah.
Did you just have Did you guys just have great sex? I'm going to ask that.
No, I'm
because
if
you're saying I was just a piece of meat.
I want to answer that question. That's not what it is. These are loving relationships.
Yeah.
Sex is part of it. But that's not a focus.
But was it a physical relationship where you both were just attracted to each other?
No, there was I don't know. She has to be in the family.
Okay, whoa. Have you ever heard him stumble so much?
He went all over the place.
Too loud, people are saying. Okay, now it's too loud.
Yeah, it was a little loud. I had to turn my
Okay.
Yeah, he said, no, I wasn't attracted to her. But I didn't love her. I mean, it was a loving relationship, of course.
That's part of the thing is, he can't say, yes, we had sex because we're married, because Robin can't know that he was having sex with Janelle. Yeah. Sorry, guys, it was so loud. I had no idea. Sorry. Wow. He really just trips over his own words. Like, you're married to 4 women. You have how many kids altogether? We know you're having sex. but he just can't. He's terrified of Robin. Because he told her, oh, we haven't had sex in forever. And when she's like, I mean, yeah, no, we're good. Okay.
Oh my God,
so
340.
Whatever, for what reasons she thought was in this, but it was.
Because she loved you?
No, she was attracted to me. I know she wasn't in love with me.
Most people fall in love first, right? Physically, they look at each other compatibly. You guys had the spiritual covenant between the two of you.
There was definitely physical compatibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like you've buried the lead all of these years that you and Cody had a way more physical connection than anybody had ever imagined.
Yeah, because I'm not someone who goes around blabbing about that. That's not that's not me. I don't talk about that stuff.
Yeah, but all those
I'll
kids
hint
later.
at it.
Listen, all those kids later, you gotta imagine.
No, I'll hint at it. But yes, of course, everything was very good in that department.
So when you fought, making up was really the best part of it all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sitting here from a perspective of like, my whole family is dismantling, and I'm reaching to this one to try and save.
But why couldn't you, in that moment, say, I want to reconcile with you. I love you.
I do think I want to stay separated for now.
Okay, I just have to say that's bullshit. That he's like, oh, she never loved me. She was just attracted to me. Fuck you. You think if I didn't love you, I would have been staying all this time and working my ass off if I didn't love, just because I was attracted to you, that you were that good that I would stay here?
Now, what do you think would piss you off more? Because he said both of these things about all three OGs. He said that he never loved them. And then he's also said, they never loved me. I was just a piece of meat. What would piss you off more? I mean, I guess it would hurt more.
Ooh, let me think.
I didn't.
Ooh, oh God.
But it's painting you in such a bad light if he says, she never loved me. I was just a commodity for her. I was a resource. That would piss me off a ton.
Okay, I'm going to say if it were me, it would piss me off more she never loved me. Because let's just say if I was Janelle, I'd be like, okay, well, I know he's full of shit that he's saying he never loved me. Like, I know he's full of crap, but how dare you say to the world that I didn't love you when I bought a home for you and all your lives.
Several homes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was the only one who was working for a while. I've been pushed to the side. I lived in an RV with our daughter while your other bitch of a wife sat up on the hill with her annoying ass kids looking down on us, literally and figuratively. The shit I put up with, and for you to say, oh, I didn't love you, fuck you. What would piss you off more?
Well, I mean, because I hate my body so much, it would really hurt to have him say, I never loved her. But then I'm thinking, if Bacon Fingers, if any of my exes said, I never loved her, like you said, I would be like, well, that's bullshit.
Right.
Like he 100% did.
Yeah. But now you.
But it would hurt to hear anyone say that about you, though.
Oh, yeah. But I think that she didn't love me is already a dig, because it's saying like Aaron is saying here, you wouldn't just have 6 kids with someone you didn't love. That's ridiculous. But also saying that she was just into you for physical aspects is even more so and you are a delusional narcissist to think that you are even that good. Does he not see himself in the mirror? It's
portraying you as desperate. She just wanted my body all the time. She was horny all the time.
Look at you, dude. You are a joke. People think you're a joke. They're ordering cameos because they're laughing at you.
Everyone thinks you're a joke.
Even Ken, who wrestles you, went back and apologized to Christine. Your favorite, Asian Ken.
I don't know. I always feel I want to say this stuff, but then I don't want to steal any content. But Ace and Caitlin, if you get on their Patreon, they just did a thing where they met a couple like side characters, okay, from
Okay.
Sister Wives. And both of these people on camera pretended like they liked Cody, but they were both like, no, he was
Right.
awful. And one was a
Yeah.
woman, one was a man. He was the worst. He was the worst person I've ever met. So anyway, if you want more information on that, check out Asa Caitlin.
Yeah,
That's not my
I
story to
believe
tell.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 4:52. We're in Salsa Brava. Little flash.
Yes, we are. We sure
Really?
are.
Really, you want to stay separated?
Yeah, I do.
No, 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 no. No, I'm not in that place. I am not wanting to pursue her. I'm not wanting to drop everything and say, baby, you're the be all end all. I want you. I'm not there now.
Stop
We
it
have
right
talked-
there.
What?
Because there was a very visceral moment for me right there because he said baby.
Baby.
And then he reached out his hand kind of. And it was the last tell-all where he did that weird
did
thing
the
with
same
Suki
thing.
after
Yep.
he said baby. And you could see her go like, oh. He kind of puts his hand out. He's not close enough to touch her, but you could tell she was like, the word baby triggered her. Or maybe I was just projecting this onto her. But the second he said baby, I was like, oh my God. He said that when he touched her. And then he like put his hand out.
And it's so creepy. Even just that he doesn't understand that him even saying like, oh, baby, listen. No, a woman who is not delusional is going to be like, do the same thing as Suki. Like, oh God, no. Gross.
Well, he's already has this horrible energy, this like aggressive energy.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there with a man who looks like this, whose face looks like he's made of wax, like 100% different than last time. And he even leaned forward a little too fast. Like I really would jump in my seat.
And he's also rewriting history because he was saying like, oh, I'm open to working things out with Janelle, but it just seems like she doesn't want to. I mean, I'm not doing anything about it, but I'd like to be with her. Now he's like, nah, I wasn't in that place to like reconcile with her. Bullshit, you liar.
Mary's colonoscopy says we were all triggered. Good, so I'm not the only one.
Yeah, don't touch me and don't call me baby. Oof. 5'11".
For 4 weeks, and I'm coming from a position where I feel totally betrayed. Now I'm ashamed of that fight because instead of communicating, it just was boom, 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 triggers. I need you to stop blaming me for everything and start being culpable for what you have done. That is accountability.
This about all these other problems that we have that we can't sleep under.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I did not. I did not. But
Right
now
there,
I'm
you
like
heard
going,
it?
I don't want to.
She said you're an alcoholic?
She said you're an alcoholic.
Okay, I'm going to go back.
Yeah, go back. Definitely go back.
Okay, I'm at 5:29. Okay. I'm listening for you're an alcoholic. It's after he says I am not, or before.
It's like it's right as he's saying it. You can hear her say, "You're an alcoholic."
Oh, okay.
This about all these other problems that we have that we can't sleep under.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not. I did not. I did not. But now I'm like,
Did you hear it?
She goes, you're not. I don't think she was going to say that though. It just wouldn't make
but then
sense in that sentence.
It does make sense in that sentence where she's saying this. You're making this about all the stuff that we've been sweeping under the rug this whole time.
Ah.
Can you imagine if she'd actually? Again, this is based on closed captioning as well. The closed captioning said like spelled out alcoholic, except for like the last 2 minutes. But I mean, I love the drama of that. What if she'd actually come out on camera and said, Cody's an alcoholic. He drinks like a quart of Jack every day. Like, that would be the most insane thing. And he would be so mad. I think he'd like hit her on camera as she said that, if she like said that in front of him.
I just can't imagine Janelle just gonna like throw it out there in the moment.
You're not okay, so people are saying what other things are. I just want it to be that because it would be the most
you're
drama.
Not accountable. Could be. Oh. Okay, well now that that's in the back of my mind, I'm gonna be like, maybe they're dropping clues.
This one might be the one that I believe the most. Janelle was referring to when Cody said we're like an alcoholic family.
Yeah, which he did say, which was weird. Yeah, that
was a weird
one
because I don't think he was actually calling anyone alcoholics. He was just saying
no.
It would be as if we were an alcoholic family and pretended to just get along with each other.
Yeah,
and be nice to each other for the holidays. Okay.
Yeah, I can't see. again, based on nothing, I just feel like he's a gambler. I feel like he's got a gambling addiction aura to him.
And is on like way too many stimulants.
Oh my God.
And Robin's on
like
all downers.
like undiagnosed ADHD. Like he should be medicated. That would probably help him too. 538.
I don't want to be triggered. Let's see if we can reconcile. Let's talk about this. And she's going, I think I want a separation. So it's a fine line between like, we got to make this work and this is unfixable. Because I'm going through a process of, just like she is, I know she's in this space where if we reconcile, will I lose myself or will I find myself?
I don't think Cody really does hold out hope for me. I think he likes the idea of our family, and I think it feels like he promised Robin a plural family. There's a little bit of his ego tied up, but I don't think it's about that he's holding out hope, pining for me. He's never really come to me and said, look, I really love you and I really want to make this work.
He's never said that?
No, not like in that very deep, intimate connection way. I needed more of what was between us. For him, it became about, I needed to co-parent. I needed to be less independent. I needed to do all these things in order to earn that relationship. And I'm like, dude, I don't need to earn a relationship.
I always felt like I needed to do something to earn love or earn acceptance, or I had to do something a certain way. And I didn't even realize how much stress I was under. Cody just had really specific things that he liked. Right. And when he came over, I'd want to, sure, let's go ahead and cook the kind of dinner that you like, or make sure the house is cleaned a certain way, or, whatever, and things like that. I just wanted him to be comfortable in my home.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Now, are you watching Suki? Because she's reacting a lot more than she usually does. Like, at one point, Cody said something and she was like, okay.
Yeah, and she was you could tell she was believing Janelle. She was like feeling what Janelle was saying.
And Christine, back to back. And I feel after Christine talks here, I'm sure Mary's about to come on and say the exact same thing, that nothing was good enough. Yeah. I had to earn things all the time. It had to be like a party every time you come over.
Echoing what you're saying and what I was about to say too. It's narcissists are always raising the bar and changing the goalpost.
Yep. Yeah,
and now it's not okay. You're getting along with Janelle, but you have to get along with Mary, and then you have to get along with Robin, and it's always changing it so that it's your fault.
And your boys are mean to Aurora.
Oh, God,
because she won't stop picking her nose and eating it. I also feel like Christine said I didn't even realize how stressed I was. I'm like, girl, you couldn't tell how stressed you were because
I feel
first
that though.
Second you appeared on screen, you looked stressed.
I totally get it. I was going to say, when Christine started talking, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Because when you don't realize it. You're doing it. That becomes your normal every day.
Right.
And like when you don't have a chance to like get a break from it or to see it from the outside, then you don't know. And you don't know what they are doing and they're not doing because you're just in it. You're doing it all. And so then all of a sudden, when you're out of it, you can see it and be like, holy shit, of course he was the problem. It wasn't me. He's insane. Okay. 720.
Yeah.
Think that Cody ever saw that in you? That loyalty, that loyalty that he...
Oh, what happened there? What happened there?
What?
It's just like what mute. Yeah, that was weird.
He did.
Oh, that was weird. Okay.
Think that Cody ever saw that in you? That loyalty, that loyalty that he is struggling to find in Janelle right now?
He said that he did, years ago, but I don't think he saw that. I don't think what he saw he valued.
But you're saying you're loyal, and that's something that he really values right now.
But it's not good enough. He would ask me to do things and ask me to be a certain way, or ask me to fix a situation, or ask me to share some information with him, or whatever. All these things to be able to fix our relationship. And I did every one of the things that he asked me to. And then it just wasn't good enough. So it just came down to, you're asking if loyalty was enough, and it wasn't for him.
Was he just not emotionally available to you?
Correct.
Can you pause it right
Yeah.
there?
Is it
See how tight Mary's jeans are? Like, I'm not fat shaming. I can't, like, she's crossing her legs very, very tightly. Like, I'm not calling her fat at all. She wears her jeans too tight.
She loves them tight.
These are the type, like, where, like, when you get out of them at the end of the day, you need to take them fully inside out off.
Oh, you're peeling them off. Yeah. You peel.
Yeah.
And also the seams of the jeans. We've talked about this before in a previous episode, the episode where they got the legal divorce and Mary walked out of the courthouse like a Barbie doll. Her legs couldn't bend.
Yeah. And that's how she just looks uncomfortable here. She must be sitting with Suki for what, like 3 hours?
Yeah, no, she's taking those off. And the inside seams of those jeans, like on the inner thigh when she takes them off,
melted onto her body.
Like it hurts in a good way taking them off because it's like, oh. Yeah. I mean, she's got painted on jeans. Oof. Everyone's feeling this. Yeah, the peel. Mm-hmm. That's right.
The one time I went to a production of Dreamgirls in Phoenix, and I wore this denim like short skirt. And I was thin at this point, but it was one of those kind of high-waisted denim skirts. And sitting for 2.5 hours in that thing, like I was like it, my stomach was just full of like gas by the end. Because like nothing knew where to go inside my body.
Everything was just trapped.
Oh yeah. Like, I mean, I farted. I mean, it was a lot of relief after that.
Stop it.
I was like, holy shit, Brad. I'm like, we need to get to the car immediately. All right. I like still remember that skirt. I never recovered from it. Never wore it again. All right.
That skirt. Okay. 8:15.
For you to see him be emotionally available to somebody else?
Yeah. Yep.
Is that like a dagger in your heart?
It's like a knife in my kidney.
Oh, good one, Mary.
Man, just the knife in the kidneys over all these years.
Keep it in there.
It's not necessary to replay. Is it necessary to replay that clip? Like, you don't need to reference any of us for this.
Oh, we know.
There's no one watching this for the first time. We all know knife in the kidneys.
My favorite part when he goes wasted because he ran out of breath. And he had to eke it out. Oh.
And he was like standing like an upright bulldog, like just like. Yeah.
Mary is really loving
little
this.
Short leg. Yeah.
She's having a Friday with friends moment.
Yeah, good for her.
I know what that line is from. So, were you in love with Mary when you married her?
I told her I loved her, and I chose to love her.
Oh, you asshole.
And I chose to be romantic. She thinks I was madly head over heels over her. And it was not that experience for me, but I was always a life-affirming person. I would always affirm what I wanted. And so I told her and did everything I could to love her.
What does he think he's gaining?
So you did love her? I don't understand what he was saying there.
I don't get what he thinks he's doing. Like, how is it better for him to now say, I was never in love with her? The hair's going up. Like, why is that better in his mind? In Cody's mind, why is it better to say, I never loved her? Is it because she chose to leave him? So in his mind, he's winning because he never loved her to begin with.
I don't know.
Because I think it's worse to say you never loved him.
I think he's just speaking to all of the men out there who might be watching that are like him, that hate women, like incels. I think he thinks that that's what the audience is for this show.
He thinks incels are watching Sister Wives.
Well, he must, because otherwise why would he not try to make, women between 35 and 65 like him? Because I hate to tell you, Cody, that's 100% of the 99% of the viewer base. Yeah, and then also women's husbands who were forcing to watch the show with them.
I mean, I remember his wedding day when he sang that song.
I would give everything I own. Sorry, my stomach is like really hurting. I can't continue.
Uh-oh, okay. Let's keep it moving here. It's going to be a tight jeans moment. Okay, 9:01.
I don't know where I'm wearing sweatpants.
She thinks we were mad about each other, and we played that out.
That's going to hurt when she hears that. You know that, right?
He was about to say, I don't care. But then he
Well,
stopped himself.
we did have a very romantic experience.
Okay.
We started out that way, but there was.
So you were in love.
So you were in love.
A lot of dysfunction that we had.
Coming up.
Okay, listen, you can admit we were in love, but the longer we were together, it grew into a dysfunctional
It was
relationship.
toxic, yeah.
It's
Or I loved
okay
Robin
to say
Warner. It is okay.
That is why, 60% of marriages end in divorce? You don't go into it thinking like, you know what, we're totally going to get divorced. Let's do it. Like, no, you're in love. Like,
he doesn't know which hill to die on, which heel to
he
die
can't,
on.
yeah, he can't admit like we shouldn't have gotten married. He can't, like, he doesn't know which it.
But then the second
wrong is
Suki
worse.
pushes back, he's like, no, it was romantic and we did love each other at first. So what are you saying?
Yeah.
He wants to hurt them, but also still kind of look good to Suki, which is why I'm liking her. Because I think he wants her to like him.
Well, that's what we said about narcissists, and Cody's a perfect example. Depending on who he's talking to in that moment, he's going to say whatever he thinks that person wants to hear. And he totally forgets, and he thinks that person's going to forget what you just talked about 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago. Because he like really thinks he's that captivating and charming that he can just talk his way in and out of stuff.
Oh, God, he's so exhausting.
9:48. We jumped ahead.
Whoa, you're... Okay. Oh.
Okay, if I settle, and market, please.
All right, Mary. Talk about you moving your business. It was a difficult decision that you were making at that time. Mm-hmm. And that decision to then tell Cody, along with Robin, was even more heart-wrenching for you, as we saw play out in this clip. Let's take a look at it, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay. Okay, well, thanks for
Mary.
coming over. I told Robin this the other day and just thought I'd let you know that I am going to downsize and get a smaller place and move my clothing business up to the B&B.
Cool, that's good, right?
So it freaked me out. So I was stressed out about it because I was worried.
Oh.
We'll just have to make sure that we're scheduling.
Yep. He's scowling at you.
Scheduling? What are you...
Like, in order for us to see each other.
Yeah.
Right,
There's
stop
some
it right
cognitive dissonance going.
God, that was so weird.
Robin,
That
I
chat,
really
the
need you to
three of them.
stop flouncing your fucking blouse. It is so annoying. Constantly. But there's a moment here where they're playing a lot of extended like clips here, like extended scenes that we didn't see. And there's a moment here where Mary she's about to say, oh, I can't help noticing your ring. And then Robin puts her hands under the desk immediately. She hides her hands, and then she changes the subject. Like, so, Marie, were you were gonna say something to Cody?
Ooh.
So just keep an eye out for that. It's very obvious.
Ooh, 11:09.
Come on here. And we're not admitting where we're at. Robin and Mary are still talking about this relationship that the three of us have, like we're a family. And what I'm gathering from what Robin is saying is like, well, you got to be around because this is your wife. And I'm like, man, I just don't need that kind of pressure from you.
Sorry, I'm distracted by your ring. That's a different ring.
Just a ring.
So are you going to actually address the concern that you have?
What concern? No, I'm not gonna. Why would I address that concern?
Well, no, you wanted to make it something specifically clear, so.
This is what she
This
fucking
does not
does.
mean I'm
She
leaving
does this to Cody
the family
too.
or you.
She'll tell him
Because she speaks Cody.
She speaks Cody. You were gonna say something about wanting concern or something. You were also look at how Robin is,
And she
watching
looks at her like, "Come on, Mary.
Mary, you and me, you and me, besties to the end."
But she is keeping one hand under there. and she's just tapping
Oh,
with one hand,
yeah.
which is so, it's just awkward. Like if you're sitting at a counter, you would have
'cause I
two
think
hands on the.
when Mary saw the ring, I think Robin was like, "Oh shit, am I wearing my ring on? Okay, no, I'm not. I'm
Yep.
not. I'm wearing it on the other hand. Thank God." But do you see how she's like in her interviews with Suki as she watches this? It's just full Beaker, and she's just.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else is watching, just like, okay, yeah. Cody is like reacting happily to like he like gets off on some of the things he's saying. Robin's just.
She's so sad. She's confused. She just doesn't understand.
Figure out what happened to her family.
What happened? 12:01.
So, okay, good on you, Mary. In my head, I'm really wondering why she lives in Flagstaff.
Oh, because you brought her here, asshole.
You to think that I'm walking away because, sorry, I still have hope.
Mary doesn't know what she wants, but she's asking me. I'm just going to throw out ideas. I want a place to put my car that I don't drive except for in the summer. I want a place to put my stuff. The barn-dominium is basically a big, giant garage or barn that has a loft apartment in it. You could live in that loft. It could be about this big.
Whoa.
He just wants to put me out there with all this stuff, the extra stuff that
no
he doesn't want to see, he doesn't want to deal with. It's just insulting.
Oh, thanks for letting me know.
Now, stop it.
Yep.
I feel like this is something he's floated to Janelle and Christine, because the way they both reacted to him when he said barn-dominium was both of them were like, oh my God, this again. Like, you know that he'd been talking about the barn-dominium. He brought it up with Janelle when he went to her apartment too. The casita.
I feel like that was the first time Christine heard it because she was like, "Oh, wow."
I don't know. The second time I watched it, I felt like it was more like, oh, like it was so like ick to her because she'd heard him say
I was
it
gonna
before.
say, to me, it feels like an ick because she's like, "Oh my God, this is embarrassing. I was married to that."
Well, yeah, but every moment,
like, where it's like,
every moment,
God, you know,
God.
like, oh my God, I can't believe he's saying this. And then what's Robin's reaction as she's watching this? She's just like,
because it's probably her idea in the first place.
That's appalling.
Yeah.
She can live in the barn-dominium as big as this.
As big as
with
this.
the car, and then you can just like live above it on the loft. It'll be like a bunk bed situation. Just like
it isn't so that Mary's like he's putting me with all his garbage. Like, doesn't he realize how that's exactly the words he's pretty much saying?
I mean, it is so insulting, but at a certain point, I mean, we all know what he's doing. He's making it as miserable as possible so that Mary herself will leave, so he doesn't have to be the one to say, Mary, leave.
Yeah, otherwise
again,
we might think he's a jerk.
Robin is the real evil one in this because she knows exactly what's happening, and she's the one telling Mary to stay. Cody cannot say enough, leave, go.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
And keep paying the bills, as Dawn said. Mary can live in the barn-dominium and pay all their bills. You go live in there, but keep paying for us to live over here.
She'd obviously pay for the barn-dominium as well. And it gets revealed here that Robin says, like, from the very beginning, when she was just coming into the family, she'd been begging him, you need to work things out with Mary. So they were having problems before Robin came along. They were pretending like it was just since the catfish, but it was completely since Robin came along or before, which is probably why Mary got Robin.
Yep. I don't know. I think Robin loved that he and Mary had problems. She knew from the get-go, like, I don't think she really wants Mary to stay, but she wants to play the part of the person who wants Mary to stay.
Right.
She wants to play like the saint who's going to be there for Mary and fix everything, but she knows there's no chance.
But it's the same as, like, they both think that, like, they're really hiding their awfulness from us. Like,
yes.
If I say I don't love them, or if I tell Mary to go, we'll both look bad. Like, you've looked bad for years at this point. Just lean into it if you need to.
Yeah, so Cody and we're saying the same thing. So like Cody and Robin both think, not only are they like tricking all the other wives, like obviously, or used to, right? Like they were pulling the wool over all the other wives' eyes, or they thought they were. But like Robin really thinks that she's got Cody convinced that she is Mother Teresa and she's altruistic and all this kind of
But
stuff.
he is convinced. I don't think he realizes that. I don't think he wouldn't admit that she manipulates him because he's the man.
Yeah. Oh God. They're both doing the same thing to each other, which is hilarious because they're both just total users of each other. Mm-hmm. And there's no way that they can ever truly have a deep relationship even with each other because they're both liars. They're both pathological liars. 1254.
She can really be in this dark place, and she'll go why am I trying? I said, Mary, if you don't want to try anymore, I don't want to be selfish and keep you here. And she said, don't ever say that to me again.
Bullshit. When?
She says, I need you to always be fighting for our relationship because there's days when I am too weak to continue to fight. I need someone else to fight.
I don't believe that. Roll the tape.
Yeah. I think Robin manipulated her into saying that. By the end of the conversation, Mary had said it. Well, Mary's about to say that she kind of did say that. Here.
Okay.
I think I want to talk about Cody's reaction.
Did
you expect more from Cody in that moment?
I expected, that was basically what I expected from him. Yeah. I think at that point, I had hope that there would be something different, but I didn't really expect anything. You know what I mean?
And then you've got Robin here saying, she's telling me to fight for her. She's telling me that she can't be strong and she needs somebody to fight. Did you actually ask her to do that?
There were times years ago that we had those conversations.
Years ago.
Because, she would say things like that. It's okay if you want to go, our family doesn't have to look the same way that it always has.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, this is not what I want. I want to hold to my commitment. I want to hold to the promises that we made when we got married. I want to believe that there's a part of him that is still the man that I married and wants the person that he married too.
Did you hope that Cody was going to react just a little bit differently? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like you were looking at him come on, Cody.
Yeah, I'm looking at him going, listen, you know that she is very vulnerable here talking about this. You know that she's, hopeful.
And when he reacted the way he did, were you disappointed?
Yeah, just a little frustrated. It was okay, that's not helpful.
When he said, you can live in the barn, she just thought, that's not very helpful.
I was just sitting there.
You can't say, I thought that was outrageous that he suggested she live in a barn with his car.
Yeah. That wasn't helpful.
And I think Mary probably did have conversations with her I'm not really ready to leave yet, because she was also telling Mary, there's a window. Mary, there's a window, see?
Right.
He gave you a s'more. There's a window. He's coming around.
But why won't someone just ask Robin, would you stay if you were Mary? But then I guarantee you Robin would say, well, I would fight. I would fight harder. I wouldn't let him leave my house. She would.
But also, I know a lot of people are talking about this too, that Robin had made Cody promise, if you ever fell out of love with me, you would just leave me. But yet, he knew Cody didn't love any of those three. Remember? He's saying he never loved them.
Mother of all
But she's saying, no, you all need to stay together. So which one is it, Robin? It's not okay if he stuck around and didn't love you, but everyone else and their children and their 6 kids should stick around.
That's what we're fighting for.
Because I want to sit on a porch with my sister wives. She is a snake. And I also think Mary is a snake. And if Mary said those things, it's because she was trying to catch Robin in something. Catch her in a lie and be like, okay, bitch, you want me to stick around? All right, then you're part of this too. Girls trip. We're all going together, right? 1459.
I don't, because I didn't want her to leave.
So do you think
You're
Robin is
selfish
pressuring
bitch.
Cody to rekindle the relationship at this point?
I feel like for years she's been telling Mary to hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yep.
You know, stay, stay, stay. And I feel like for years Cody's been going, leave, 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 leave. You know, so I feel like there's a big disconnect because Robin wants Mary to stay so badly. But what? There's no life for Mary. There's no life for Mary if she stays. She's been here for how long without a relationship? How long without a marriage? How to occasionally see the kids. It's not enough. That's not a life. So I just don't know what Robin's motive is. I don't know why she is pressuring Mary to stay in a situation where she's not happy.
Because Robin's that bitch that wants to have what everyone else wants, and she wants the other girls to be unhappy. She's that bitch in high school that has the boyfriend that doesn't really want her best friend to have a boyfriend. She wants her best friend to be like the funny fat girl who like is always like having crushes, and she's so silly. Look how pathetic she is. Oh my gosh, you're so crazy, but look at me and my happy boyfriend. Robin's that bitch.
I like also
Not that I know anything about that, you guys. I'm just saying in like
I've never been there either.
movies and stuff.
But I can appreciate that Christine hates Mary, clearly, openly hates Mary. But both her and Janelle are both like, no, that's not fair to Mary. That was awful.
Yeah.
Like, I do like that sense of camaraderie that they have.
Yeah, and they're like, listen, Mary's a lot of things. One of them is loyal. So if she says she's going to do something, she's going to stick to it. And unfortunately, like, that's where she's stuck. That's her downfall here. Okay. 1552.
I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, I see things from Cody. He gets very inclusive about her. He talks about how he needs to contact her. It's been a while. And he really, it's like he considers her.
That's not the word I think she meant. I think she meant to say like introspective.
I don't know what she's trying to say here.
Right. Well,
she's saying he would talk about her a lot.
Like, but that's good enough.
Like he was good.
Yeah.
And he would say, like, it's been a while, I should reach out. Hey, Robin, why don't you reach out? Yeah. And if you really thought the relationship could go somewhere, why wouldn't you be like, hey, Mary comes over on Sunday nights for dinner? Let's start there. Oh, but she doesn't really want Mary.
Right.
Exactly, because she doesn't want it either. She wants to talk like she does, but she doesn't actually do it.
Even though it's not the consideration that she wants, he does consider her.
What do you think? Well, what Mary said, the last part, it's almost like what Robin wants.
I mean, Robin wants Mary and I to reconcile, and I've been frustrated by that pressure. And she, from day one, has been advocating. She'd been, you need to reconcile with Mary for 7 years. Yeah, she's like, you need to reconcile with Mary. You got to figure this out. But I don't feel I feel the emotions of friendship with Mary.
I don't think
there's the window. There's the window. Have her over for dinner once a week, Robin. Once a month. Have her over for dinner.
But he does. This is how you treat your friends?
Well, that's what I mean. If he has said this before, which, okay, I don't think he's ever genuine, but let's just say he's genuine in this moment where he's like, okay, I have like feelings of friendship to her. Robin, as a good sister wife, as a good family member, would be like, okay, well then let's keep it friendly. You guys don't have to have a romantic relationship, but let's just keep it friendly while you guys are figuring out whatever it is that you're figuring out. Let's have her over for dinner. Let's go sit on the fire pit and have s'mores. You know how Mary loves s'mores? Go make her one. Do that. But she doesn't. She's like, oh, he just like sits and he thinks and like thinks about her and stuff. And like, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
She is, God, she's such a monster. 1648.
I don't understand why she doesn't understand that where a relationship is.
She does.
I think she's in this position waiting for me to go, oh no, don't move to Parowan. I'm worried that you're doing this, and stuff like that. And I'm just like in a place where
Hi, George.
I'm not, a little too ambivalent, to be fair.
Well, have you ever told Robin that you don't feel married to Mary?
Yeah, of course Robin knows where I'm at.
Do you think Robin being there and kind of in between, the go-between in that relationship, is that kind of giving a sense of false hope?
No, I think Robin really does try to advocate for Mary, for better or for worse. As Robin, I never would have put myself in that position. If Cody can't talk to Mary alone, then they probably shouldn't be having any kind of conversations. But I know that Mary calls Robin in. I don't know. It's kind of a big mess to me.
Do you think Cody's just kind of afraid to, in front of Robin, say, hey, this is not working?
No, I don't think so, because he even would say it in front of me. I mean, he was very vocal with me, even that there was no hope of a relationship there. So I don't think he's afraid to say it.
There's been
Okay, I'm gonna pause.
No, he runs around to all the wives talking trash. He stirs the shit.
They're not allowed to talk about him, but he loves going around. I mean, that's oh God, Cody loves it. He's the biggest freaking gossipy bitch out of all of them.
Yeah.
He's the biggest cunt out of all of them. I think, okay, I'm just imagining this conversation happening here and there. And this is where Robin, okay, this is like my fan fiction. Cody obviously doesn't want Mary around, like, at all. And he threw out there, like, I don't, she can leave, she can get out of here, that's fine. I mean, you have my Sister Wives closet, you could bring that back, you could sell all that inventory, we could make money doing that, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, Robin's like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to, like, actually work and stuff. Like, he doesn't want to be with her, and he's throwing out options of, like, making up that difference. And he probably was throwing around, like, okay, well, the kids are getting older, and we could do this, we could start this business, we could start that business. And you and I are right in the thick of her in season 9 wanting to have another baby. And she's like, oh, I can't have a job if I want to get pregnant, Cody. It's just so much work. So this is her way of being like, no, you really just, like, need to work it out with Mary, because she just doesn't want to work.
Yeah, and Mary was taking over, like, Robin was
But
positioning
Cody's
Mary
too stupid to
over.
realize that. Because Cody still believes Robin is this, like, entrepreneur, and she's gonna, you can do this. I mean, look at all the beautiful jewelry you have in the garage.
But dude, how does he make all his money? Like, I could not, like, right now, I could not afford to buy just a $5,000 watch willy-nilly. But he's got, like, several of them, and rings, and
This
clothes.
is where my hypothesis that he gambles, that he gets that money in the family pot. And number one, they throw it towards art and jewelry, because that's very hard to be like,
you can hide it. Yeah.
What is that worth? Yeah, you can hide it. It's not like a liquid asset or whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm not like great finances, but he also can take that little bit of money. Oh, if he hits a big jackpot and he makes $5,000 or whatever, let's go buy. Fine, let's buy a fucking kid, right? Like, you can go buy the best art of all the farts, and then go buy jewelry or whatever the hell you want. Go get some Botox, and no one can trace it down. Instead of putting it back in the family pot.
I need 2 minutes. I'm just gonna.
Okay. We're gonna keep blasting through.
Blast through.
Speaking of liquid was the correct word to use. Go for it. Okay, we are at 1812, and we got Christine here.
A lot of moments I feel where Cody has been emotionally so withdrawn from Mary, but Mary has
Hope.
a lot of hope.
I think you have hope, and you have hope, and you have hope until you realize you don't have hope anymore. And that realization that there's no hope anymore, it can still be a while after that until you can leave. I had hope for so long. I imagine this is how Mary felt. Even though he was saying that, she still had hope. And there comes a time when you realize, oh, there is no hope.
I will always love her. I can't be in love with her.
Okay, so right there, he's contradicted himself too. I'll always love her. Well, you just told us that you never loved her. Even when you got married, you didn't love her. And now you're saying you always will. Like, he's so stupid. And he's such a bad liar and narcissist. He can't even, like, catch himself. Okay, he's about to say it's not safe for me. Therapist Nancy's favorite word, 1851.
Not safe for me. And when I say that, there's make up any bull you want, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to sit here and drive the bus over her because this is sad. It's heartbreaking. It just didn't work.
Coming up,
I had a separate conversation with Robin.
Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to jump ahead 20 seconds. Oh, perfect. We're at 1932.
What did I miss?
Where he said, like, it's just really sad. Are you okay?
Yeah, now I'm just sweating.
Okay, we're halfway through. We're doing good here. He just said that it's really sad that Mary, like, this whole situation is really sad and that he will always love her, implying that he did in fact love her at some point because he's a stupid fucking idiot.
What's your timestamp?
I'm about to start playing. We're at 1932, coming back from the break. And I love that you guys are, a whole bunch of you in the comments are agreeing, like, yeah, he's got some, like, money, debt, gambling sort of, you know.
But his credit must be so bad.
Of course it is. Yeah, and he's running up credit cards and probably taking personal loans and all that kind of stuff, borrowing against certain things.
When I lived in the US, my credit was so terrible. And like if I tried to apply for a credit card, it would be approved for like $300 with an insane interest rate. So how are people approving him for a $100,000 personal loan with credit like that?
Well, he could be taking personal loans like from just people too, like
his friends. He does have lots of friends.
Yeah, and listen, there are going to be lenders that are going to lend with outrageous interest rates for people like this, because in the end, if they don't get their money back, they're taking that house, they're taking the land, they're going to get it one way or the other.
That is so crazy. I couldn't be that.
That is crazy.
I mean, I'm terrible with money, but like, I mean, I could never be that irresponsible. All right, let's go.
Okay, 1932.
Hey, Marcus, please.
So I had a separate conversation with Robin. And then I asked her to come to this conversation with Cody because...
Oh, you asked her to be here?
Yeah, I asked her.
This is where things get sad.
Why did you ask her?
Because she speaks Cody.
I think that was snarky. I don't think that was genuine. The way she said it, she was like, because she speaks Cody.
Well, because you have to think, this is a year later now. Then
I think that was a knowing look at Suki being like, oh, I brought her because she speaks Cody.
Oh, no, they don't, like, she doesn't like Robin.
Yeah.
Maybe Mary does know, like, I just need to hold my cards close to my vest right now about Robin, because maybe that'll be like what she reveals in the
I think it's the long game for Mary here.
Well, good.
She knew what she was doing having Robin come out there. She knew it because Robin speaks Cody. Yep, you heard that right. Speaks Cody.
Yeah,
Suki,
we all do. You don't. They're
Yeah.
about to all go into that. Like, you don't need to translate. Like, I know Cody, but then it's like all the viewers don't know Cody and haven't known him or lived with him for 30 years, and we all can speak Cody. Like,
yeah,
I can. Well, he's actually impossible to follow, but like, I don't need you to explain what he just said.
Dare I be so bold as to say, every woman can speak not only Cody, but can speak man.
Man.
Like,
yeah.
I think every woman or gay man can speak straight man. Like, we get it. It's not that difficult.
It's so true. Right.
Okay, 1957.
Think you'd speak Cody? You think you'd get Cody?
I think I get Cody pretty well. Like, I feel like I understand him, yeah.
Do you think other wives get him?
God,
Other sister wives too?
Sucks.
I think they have the capacity to.
Yeah.
I think sometimes he could be misunderstood very easily because he says everything that's in his head. Most people filter it. He doesn't.
Yeah, thanks, Robin. We all know
but
that.
I think that it's hard for other people to understand.
Mary did ask her to be there.
I know, it's because Robin says that she can speak Cody, and I'm like, bull. Sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm going to be nice. No, I'm not. I have known Cody.
That is, I want the name of Christine's therapist for the love of God. Yep. I might just like pay for a cameo just to ask her who her therapist is, because you know her therapist is probably giving the same advice that like my therapist has told me, like, knock off the like oh, you just like you say no. You can say no. You don't always have to be nice.
Yeah,
you don't have to be nice.
If someone
You
has
don't
hurt
owe
you
anyone
for
to be
years
nice.
and years, and
Mhm.
also, hello, the reason that we're all watching this is so that you all spill shit on each other.
Yeah. No.
I think the women are slowly, except for Robin because she's dumb, but I think the other three women are like, yeah, no, our show is getting really good ratings this year, highest ratings in like 8 years or something like that.
Yep, just say
So,
it. And even
just say it
Christine's
all.
mean is not going to be horrible.
Right.
Like, okay, 2034.
I met him when I was 18, 32 years ago. I've known Cody for a long time. And I can actually read Cody pretty well. And I can speak Cody well too. But Robin convinced all of us that she could speak Cody and that she would mediate our relationships. I even asked her one time to mediate our relationship. And I remember going, no. Girl, you know him. You can talk to him yourself.
I
You're just
remember
fine.
that too.
She convinced all of us that she needed to be there in the relationship, that she can speak Cody and we can't.
That's so condescending.
She always it's always this Robin speaks Cody. I'm like, well, I don't know if I really need someone to translate for me.
Yes,
We've been
Janelle.
married a long time. We did okay without you. I think I speak Cody. But she likes to position herself as like, I speak Cody. She says that to my children.
Wow.
Why don't you come over, like in the past, she said, why don't you have a conversation with your dad? I'll be there because, I speak Cody. And my kids are like, it's our dad. We don't really need you to speak Cody.
Yeah, that is so, that's gross. Come over. Like, I know how to talk to your dad. Yeah, we do too because he's our dad.
Can you imagine if someone told your kids that? Like, what a shitty thing to say. And that's Janelle's soft spot is her kids.
Well, that's saying, like, I'm closer with your dad than any of you are.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to talk to him. That's so gross.
Janelle with like a college degree talking to Robin, who I really doubt graduated any kind of real high school.
She said she went to college, but like, so did Amber.
Amber
Portwood went to Purdue, guys.
Right. What did Robin say she took in college? It's when they were making the boat and Aurora was busy picking her nose and eating it in the background. She's like, I took like
calculus
physics.
or something. Yeah,
physics,
something to do with measuring. Like that, yeah.
Just saying, Cordy.
It's just gross. No, get out of here. They know how to talk to their dad.
So much.
Yeah, we went here before you did.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It does bug me. That one does bug me. Mm-hmm. I speak Cody. Well, Cody can speak for himself. Yep. He's a grown-ass man.
I just have to own my truth. And if that truth hurts him, I'm sorry for that. And I completely accept the fact that he's going to do the same thing. There's going to be things that he's going to say that are going to really hurt me. And I'll get mad about it. And I'll just have to deal with it.
Yeah. But something that he said that has really hurt you.
Well, in that clip, when he
the barndominium?
Yeah, let's put you out in the barn.
Wow.
That wasn't very nice, but it's what he feels, I can't fault him for saying what he feels.
And then the way you interpreted it, saying like, oh, I'm out there with all the clothes that, the car that he drives only in the summertime. And,
And then when he was like, Robin, don't put this pressure on me of the fact that we're a family, because we're not, there's this cognitive dissonance. And I'm like, well, maybe you should have communicated that we weren't. And then maybe I wouldn't be acting like I'm trying to still be part of the family.
Okay, I didn't like that Sukanya. Did you catch that? She said, and the way you interpreted when he said you should live in the barn dominium was like, oh, I'll live out there with his cars and like in the loft. No, that isn't her interpreting it. That's what he said, Suki. He said, go live in the barn with my car. That's not her interpreting it.
Now, do you think that Suki, are we gearing up at some point for Suki to ask about the fucking financial abuse to any of the women at any point?
Yeah.
That would be
how
the
much
most.
were you all putting in? How are you paying for these things? If you're leaving with nothing,
how mad are you
that you're leaving with nothing?
Especially Janelle and Mary. Mary, at least I think Janelle makes a shit ton off of Plexus too.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're making 1,000% more than Robin
and Cody.
If they make $1, they're making
and
100%
Aurora
more
and
than
Brianna.
Robin.
And Dayton, well,
Right.
Dayton, I feel probably has a job.
Who cares? I'm with Celine here. Yeah, Mary, you can blame him for how he feels. I can't blame him for how he feels. Yeah, you precisely can. That's exactly what you can blame him for.
Yeah,
You can
he's the
blame
reason
him
you
for
feel this
thinking
way.
you should live in a barn. What is wrong? Like, and this is where Suki could be like, well, what can you blame him for?
Yeah, but even when
Boom.
she
Like,
asked,
do
Suki
something,
asked,
Suki.
what did he say to you? Like, name something that he said that hurt your feelings. I don't know. Every single thing he said to me and about me for the past 30 years. Like, you need to be more specific than that. All right.
Yeah, I'm not married to her. I'm not coming. I mean,
oh my God, my back hurts. All right.
2252.
Your reaction to the barnuminium.
Oh, how insulting. Oh, good God. How insulting is that?
Yep.
Why don't you live with all of my garbage and all of the stuff I don't really want? We can make it look really cool. Let's have the perception of something cool, but really what you're going to be is living with my garbage and the stuff I don't really care about. That was one of the most insulting things I've ever heard, and I think he was thinking he was being benevolent. She stuck around.
Wow.
And for him just to discard her like that?
What did you think about the whole ring thing?
Here we go.
Here it is.
Mary
Okay,
noticed
that's
it
a
right away.
fake laugh,
Okay,
Christine.
that's because there's a backstory here, and I don't know.
I
feel like
pause
it's
it right
all
now.
the way my place.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with also, I agree with both things. It wasn't Christine's story to tell. However, it's also her job to tell us the tea. She's doing
that is
good at her
true.
job.
She's being paid to be on the show, and Mary, you're getting a portion of that pay.
And she was
And
there
it's out
during
there.
that time, and like she was involved in that story. It's a fucking
It kind
story.
of
She
is
was
her
there.
story. She's
And
in this
Suki
marriage.
asked her, what do you think about that whole ring thing? And then people are like, oh, well, Mary gets mad because Christine laughed right there, and they clearly re-showed her the clip.
It
But
was kind of bitchy.
I don't think she's laughing at Mary, though. I think she's laughing because of how absurd, like the absurdity of that situation. She's not laughing at Mary. She's laughing at, oh my God, like this is this man.
This is insane. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah. People are
timestamp?
saying it's misplaced anger here. 2337.
Okay, great.
But here we are. So Cody and Mary had a wedding ring that Robin was in the picture. I don't know if they were married quite yet. He melted down the ring, saved the gold, saved the diamonds. Well, Mary found out. She's like, well, where's my ring? You don't wear it anymore. And he's like, oh, I melted it down. Just like that. And I was like, he's like, I didn't want Mary to have control over me and power over me anymore. I'm like, it's still your wedding ring. It's what you've had for 15, however many years, right? So we all got together and we got him a ring. And we bought him a ring together. It was a Claudia ring. We all went in on the design, the four of us. We got him the ring, and that's what he wore for a long time. And then he designed his own ring with Robin. Mm-hmm. He and Robin designed a ring together that he wore. And I'm like, okay, whatever. We can all see what it's like. And so him having a new ring now, I'm sure from Robin, I'm sure they went together and bought a ring because maybe it's signifying a new beginning for them or new things or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Shortly after the one-on-one interviews, Mary learned that Christine had shared the story about Cody's first wedding ring.
Again, really quickly, hang on. Now we saw on the show that when they all go to pick out the Claudia ring for Cody, and the first one was like $65 and the second one
I know
was
exactly
like
what you're going to say.
And Janelle's like, oh, well,
sold on the second one.
Yeah, great. Gary Shirley going to Walmart for Amber's engagement ring and asking if there's
excuse
a
me,
return policy.
what's return policy on this ring? It's gonna be a big question. Pop in the question. Hope she says yes.
Okay.
All right. So we're still on our black screen. 24:45.
Yeah. Spit it out, Mary. It's not that big a deal.
Come on.
I am extremely frustrated right now. Beyond. After we did the taping for the one-on-one interviews with Suki, I found out that a story was brought up about me that is not a story that I have ever shared publicly.
You're all sharing
that is
stuff.
my story to tell.
And your catfish shared it publicly.
When, where, and how I want to. And somebody else took it upon themselves to tell that story.
This
and
is
now
why
I'm
they
being
hate
forced
you, Mary.
to talk about it.
And she wasn't going to tell it.
And I'm not happy about it.
Christine hadn't said it. It never
It was not Christine's business to tell. She can laugh about it all she wants. But it was not her business to tell.
Okay.
If I wanted to have shared that story in the last 13 years in a public way, I would have done that. She doesn't get to come on here and tell my story without me even knowing it and me finding out later that this is what happened. And so now I feel like my hand is being forced and I have to tell my story.
She's making it a bigger deal than it is. It's like, oh, Cody was a real dick for melting it down or whatever. She's making the bigger deal.
It's a fucked up story. We'd like you more if you would have shared that. Because we feel bad for you.
I think it's a really fucked up story, but like I really don't think it's that big of a deal as she's making it out to be.
Right. And first off, do you think that she has not ever told any stories about Christine or not?
Well, that's what all the freaking time.
Yeah.
On the couch, they're bringing things up. And again, Suki asked the question.
Yeah. Blame TLC and production for knowing that was what was going to come out.
Yeah, was she just supposed to be like, I refuse to answer any questions involving Mary or Cody. No, you're Sister Wives. You were going to live in the celestial kingdom forever. Like, she answered a question. Relax.
Yeah. And everyone is saying it in the chat here. Like, the bottom line is you told the catfisher and they already shared the story.
Yeah, if
so
you didn't want it getting out, then right. And everyone's saying the same thing. Like, in technically, or not even like, yes, the whole general arc is Christine is defending Mary, saying what a shitty thing he did.
Yep. He's
shit. We don't even like Mary. We don't get along with her. We never want to talk to her again. But Cody's worse.
Yeah.
God, 2614. This is why people hate Mary.
So right around the time that Robin came into the family, and I cannot remember if she was married or if they were dating. I want to say that they were just dating or courting. And Cody had kind of talked about not wearing the wedding ring that I gave to him anymore. And it was right around that same time. He had told me that he did not want me to have claim on him. He didn't think that it was fair that I had claim on him. And
That's
so
gross.
His way of doing that was to melt down the wedding ring. That was a symbol. That was a sign.
Stop yelling at us. God.
Like our marriage and our commitment. And he melted it down. Who's to say that he didn't just melt down our whole relationship in that moment? Symbolically, that's what he did.
No, we get it.
That
to me.
Well, not symbolically, like he actually was doing that.
And he said
and
the
again,
words.
And again, you chose to stay. So sorry if your sister wife was asked a question about it 15 years later and she answered it.
Well, and and Mary just said this happened right around when Robin came into the picture. Like, so it was like right around.
Yeah.
There. I'm sure Robin was in the picture. Also, how much money are you making off of one wedding band melting that down? Like, it just seems petty.
It seems like a cheap move. I would just like give it back to her then, be like, here, have it.
No,
but he's
then
cheap.
she'd have ownership. Yeah.
This is all. It's just stupid. This is all so stupid. This is just another reason, because this is Mary. She's going to look for any reason to twist something around and make Christine and Janelle out to be like the worst, biggest bitches. And it worked for years with Cody. That's what kept her and Cody together. That was their bond. Yeah, this is bizarre. 27-24.
Because I remember asking him, if you're not going to wear it, can I just have it?
Okay.
Can I keep it? Oh, no, I melted it down. I didn't want you to have any claim on me.
Oh, God, what a dick.
So be mad at him.
Yes.
She's got a navy version of the same coat. She also has a coral.
It was a very, very painful situation. This thing with Cody telling me that I didn't have any claim on him or on our marriage, and him melting down like a symbol, like a very important symbol of our marriage, happened probably 7 years prior to the catfishing.
So again,
and I
this was
spent
15
those 7 years
ago.
trying to like be in this relationship with Cody that he did not want to be in with me.
Yeah, we all know.
Was it things like that that had happened throughout all these years leading up to me just wanting to have a friend? Because Lord knows I didn't have any in my family.
Because you're a bitch, Mary. That's why you didn't have any friends.
But also, this is her finally trying to kind of explain to us, like, yeah, I was lonely. Like, do you see why
She
was
wanted
catfished?
a friend. A friend. It's weird. I've heard that before, too.
Oh,
Just a
yeah.
friend.
So have I.
I need a friend because you're horrible people. You're horrible sister wives. We are watching this season when Janelle went to her in season 8 and said, I would like to do therapy with Nancy with you so we can build our relationship. Not until 10 months later in season 9, Mary goes to Janelle's house and is like, yeah, I'll go to a therapy appointment with you, Janelle. And you wonder why they don't like you.
And then they
even
go
when they
3
try,
months
you're a
later.
bitch.
They wait like
and you make them
3 weeks.
beg.
Yeah.
Ray, this is perfectly sad, so I just want to repeat this. It's insane that Mary laughed her way through the breakup conversation with Cody and Robin, but she's literally steaming over Christine exposing how shitty Cody is. Because she hates them that much that she'll even like lessen this all being Cody's fault just to put something on Christine. 2842.
Patty. Oh, perfect.
Christine shared this, that when they all were together, when you came into the picture, Mary had given him a gold ring, and then he kind of wore that gold ring. But then he melted down the gold ring that Mary had given him when you came into.
No, he had done that before I came along.
Okay.
It wasn't when I came in the family. It was way before that, because he wasn't wearing a wedding ring when I met him.
Okay. And the other thing
You're
is
a
you're
liar
right.
because people already
Remember Mary
are going
pointed
back
out
and
and said,
rewatching the first 2
Yeah.
episodes, and he's wearing a ring when she does her derpa derpa derpa.
Yeah.
derpa. He's wearing a ring, and people are like, "Well, maybe that was the Clotter ring," but they didn't get him the Clotter ring until season 3, episode 3.
Hey,
So he was
and,
wearing a ring. He's just
Robin,
lying.
marriage therapist, wouldn't he be like, Cody, why aren't you wearing a wedding ring? You have 3 wives. Oh, you melted one down? Well, you shouldn't do that because I love Mary. She's my sister wife. But no, God, they're so bad at lying.
What about the ring? I'm staring at your ring. Tell me about the ring.
Yes.
Because you saw this really cool ring.
Okay.
It was way nicer. I went, that's cool. I want that. And it was over here, and my wedding ring was on, and some things happened, and I went.
Some things happened.
I just went, those relationships are over.
Oh.
His shirt buttons are
like
working
that.
hard.
Listen,
right
you know how guys, like, they're just out shopping and they're like, oh, gold rings. That's cool.
I want that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
You know, gold rings, they're like everywhere where guys shop, you know?
Oh,
Like they were just walking around Target one day and he was just like, oh, look at that. That $8,000 gold ring. That's cool.
I want that.
Just say, Robin and I are a monogamous couple, so we wanted new rings.
I don't want the same ring as I used to have with the other 3 bitches.
This.
$29.45.
Like if I could save my relationship with Janelle, that's the only one that's got any potential left now.
I thought he never loved her, though.
So you took the Clotter ring off just to
the
say.
Clotter ring's off. I'm done.
Oh.
It's this new beginning.
Ooh.
Coming up.
Like, why don't you just say,
Okay, we'll skip ahead
Burn.
20 seconds. Okay, 30-20.
Put more effort into that fake if you want to.
Oh, okay. So we're starting back up 30-26.
What weren't you receiving when he's putting that out there?
I know the kind of person that he can be. I've seen it. I've seen the kind Cody Brown. I've seen the happy Cody Brown. I've seen the giving and the loving Cody Brown. And I fully expected that to come back around.
Well, then you're an idiot.
But
It's been
instead,
like
you're in the
25
barndominium.
years.
Oh, I'm not. I am not in a barndominium. It's just those kinds of things that led me closer and closer and closer to be like, really, why don't you just say the words finally? Why don't you just tell me? Instead of all this, I don't even know. It's like, he's not saying it. He just says the things that are not kind. And I'm not going to just be like, well, you're a jerk, so I'm leaving this committed marriage.
Why?
I take my commitments more serious than that. So in our faith, when he and I got married, it was a marriage of an eternal nature. So after so many years of him not coming around and him, like, for lack of a better word, abandoning me emotionally,
That's the best word for it, actually.
Yeah.
And then saying all these mean things.
Yeah.
It's very, very hurtful. And it just leads to me, when I'm ready to do the move for my clothing business up to the B&B, I wanted to do it.
The real damage here is like anything that I say is going to be like ripping that wound back open, and I just don't want to say it. It's like, I love her and want her to have a happy life.
Well,
but I don't think her and I can functionally be in a relationship of marriage.
there's other big conversation that happened at this moment too. This is the conversation between you, Mary, and Robin, where basically it was over. And it was a difficult time. It was a pivotal moment.
This one's pivotal. I'm aware. Let's go.
On Cody's terms. Let's go.
This is extended, by the way.
Well, Mary, we have those discussions.
Yeah.
We've had those discussions, and I think those discussions have been made clear.
Yeah, they're very clear. He said, "Don't you understand, Mary? This is never going to happen. I have no interest in having a relationship with you. Your life is not one that I want to insert myself into." Like, I'll never forget those words.
You've been feeling like we would reconcile.
I have felt like that we could, if given the chance, learn who each other are, like relearn who we are now, because I don't think that we know who we are now.
You want to know him now?
When he told me that he has no desire to ever work on a relationship and for our marriage to ever heal, like, that was very, very painful for me.
He's done this several times,
and
Mary.
I felt my heart like really
for
speeding up
years.
because I'm like, but you promised, you know?
I'm sorry. I need to move away. I'm sorry.
Stop it.
Bye.
How does Robin watch herself on camera like that? Because I would be mortified.
Oh my God.
My face would be in my hands. Like, I can't watch this.
Uh-huh.
And Robin's just like, yeah, that was believable.
Because she's like Cody. She's a narcissist, and she thinks that we're believing this, that we're buying it, that looks believable.
It doesn't, babe.
This is so uncomfortable. I'm just gonna go walk. I'm
sorry,
I'm walking.
Damn, my water bottle, and I guess I'll just walk around the pond and audibly sob while you two have a nice, polite conversation.
I'm just gonna come and sit back down and listen.
Don't mind me. I was just trying to help, but I didn't have to get away. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, she's back already. Jesus.
3420.
Totally honest. You want something that we can't have together. Time changes and things, like what you're looking for is something very different. And I sort of feel like there was a lot of what was there was just naivety. And I was sincere 3 years ago when I said, let's see if we can make this work.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
And I was very confused why nothing ever happened after that. I was so excited at that anniversary when you said that. And our first anniversary here in Flagstaff, he's like, cheers to a new beginning. Well, nothing really happened. And by our next anniversary, which was the year of COVID, we went out on a drive and it started this whole conversation.
Yeah,
and
we saw it.
Oh, sorry. Phone call coming in.
It was
CBS.
It was a pretty intense conversation.
I told you.
You.
When I didn't think it was going to work.
You were not. I did not feel like that you were very clear on it and like definite.
Okay, well then, Mary, you're stupid because he was more than clear.
Until this year on our anniversary.
Yeah, like if somebody said to you, okay, cheers to a new beginning, and then the second time you actually saw him was an entire year later, like at some point you're kind of the one at fault, Mary.
But Mary likes being the victim, so she likes being like, but he told me, like, you know, there's a chance and there was hope and new beginnings, and
I was just giving him
believe
space.
what people tell me, so I'm just gonna wait here and I'm just gonna, you know. She loves that. She loves being the victim. That's the only reason she stays, because it serves her. In some way it serves her. Not financially, but it serves her in some way. 35-38.
6 months ago. 7 months ago, whenever. I didn't know it was a definite until then. And then when you said you didn't consider yourself married to me, I was like, okay. I didn't know that either.
Robin
I saw him say publicly, I don't even consider marrying my wife.
Robin
and if
just
she were to
rolled
go
her
find
eyes
another guy, it wouldn't bother me.
Why is she rolling her eyes? Because she's thinking like, oh, Mary interpreted that wrong. Like,
yep. I
can't
speak
believe
Cody.
she took it that way. I
mean, it's
not
such
what
a
he
beaker.
meant.
It's just a resting beaker face. Always just.
It is such an effort to try to make that.
No, you can't do it. But people say that it's like, people say it's like a keep sweet thing. Like, because women are just like, I just read this somewhere, but like women in that society are taught to just like not show emotion, like not be too happy or too sad. So you're just like,
Well, Robin was very happy in season 1 and 2 when she was on her 11-day honeymoon, and she was all like, when Cody came over to the house in her white shirt.
Her lips would kind of go up when she used to smile in the first couple seasons.
Like right now, I'm picturing her with the headband, her white headband and a ponytail, and her being like all happy with Cody.
Oh, and by the way,
chocolate. Do you have hot chocolate?
That'll
and
be
her
fun.
String ring that Madison made.
Remember
for
when
her.
we were watching the episode we did yesterday of them dancing to Hand Me No Lies and Keep Your Hands to Yourself? And we were so annoyed by Robin and like the faces she was making, like,
Ew.
I'm cool dancing.
Yes.
You know why we hated it? It's because it's the same faces she's making in her breakdancing video where she's like,
it is. Ew, when she does that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's cool.
Yeah. She's kind of like
Gross.
mocking herself. She's fun.
I hate her so much. 3608.
And that was a turning point for me.
Am I being fair with you?
You're being honest with me. And you're being kind, and I appreciate that. Doesn't mean I'm not mad at you for not giving me what we promised each other.
Yeah, she's coming back now.
She's doing
Sorry, I left.
I know that you don't feel or consider yourself married to me. That's not true.
Robin, that's not true. She shakes her head.
He said it, so.
Yeah, he said it, Robin.
He said it, fucking dumbass.
I don't consider myself married to Mary. So to say that's not true.
This is so true. Nikita's, even the cameraman didn't want to follow her. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Because definitely she reached the whole other side of the pond and she's like,
She reached the halfway point. And then
And
when
she's
she
like, "Oh,
comes back,
playing with
she's
them."
like, and it's a picnic table, so there's no like easy way. You either have to like scoot in
Oh,
or
no,
like
it's
swing a
awkward.
leg over.
Yeah. So she sits with her back facing Mary so that she can just kind of sit down quietly and then just.
And she waits merely a moment before she's got to open her mouth. That's not true. Like, I'm here. Yeah, we know. We saw you hunchback crawl over here. Just shut up. 3651.
He must feel it. Okay. He feels it. And that's fair for him to say.
Cody and I disagree on this, but I don't think that he has.
You don't get to disagree with him. He said, I
This is
don't
the agreement you required
Those
of
gloves
me
are
in
so
order to
tight
get
that he's
There we
married.
go.
This agreement that I gave you, our sacred covenant,
Ew, he sounded like Bill Paxton.
was
there.
if I'm ever not in love with you, I won't just sit there and be in a pathetic place with you.
Oh my God! In this scene, Robin has a
You
herpy right where the two of us do. We all have matching herpes with Robin.
Gross.
So I already picked mine off.
I'm going to say right here, okay, if I were Robin and I'm marrying into this family, and this guy I can see, and I know because she said, oh, it was long before I came into the picture that he wasn't wearing it, right? So she knows, because they're soulmates and they tell each other everything, she knows they're not in love with anymore. So that is precisely why she told him, if you're ever not in love with me, like you're not in love with Mary, and you're not in love with Janelle, and you're not in love with Christine anymore, divorce me.
Oh, that's
like,
100% what happened. Also,
so now she's like, I don't know. Like, this all makes sense. It makes logical sense, you idiots. Like, we see what's going on here.
Now, the one little subtle thing I want to point out here is that Robin is wearing her brand new wedding ring in this scene and her horsey ring, but Cody chose not to wear his horsey ring in this scene.
She forgot to take it off.
No, I think
You
that
think?
she I think they were both not wearing them, and then she was like, "I'll just slip it on, just cause."
Just
it's cool. It's just a cool ring, right?
It's just a cool ring, no big deal. 3730.
Let me promise you that.
That doesn't mean the marriage is over.
You're not crying.
How is it fair to be in a marriage when there's nothing there?
Why don't you ask
I
Robin
can't
about
do
her
it
first
one-sided,
marriage?
Robin. I've tried.
I know.
It's so gross that Mary is comforting her.
And I'm not going to continue living
You know, I don't know if you saw that really quick.
With the horsey ring.
But Cody reacting to that, his face went into this smile for a second. Like he reacted like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she wearing the
Yeah.
ring. They showed the ring. He reacted and then he caught himself really quickly. It's gross.
It's so disgusting. God, Robin is she's done this all her life, so she's so good at just twisting a situation with her tears and her crying.
I feel like this is psychology 101. If you just show the class on the first day of school this scene, do you see how this bitch has the two of them apologizing to her for the downfall of their toxic ass marriage?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want a definition of a self-involved narcissist, do you see how she did that?
Yeah. She's the child. Mommy and Daddy stay together because I like it better. I just do.
It's sick.
Yeah, it is. 3812. And also, why aren't we asking Robin about her divorce from her first husband? Why was it okay for her?
No,
Someone
no
say
question.
it.
It's not fair to me.
So walk me through that. How did we get here to this point where we're looking at you and Mary?
Yeah, I think Mary and I had a conversation that day or the day before in private, where it was just a little bit more of an awareness. It was just like, this is the issue in the breakup. Mary wants love in a specific format, in a specific way. It's something that she wants.
Oh, what a
and I have a different kind of love.
Someone wants to be
a
loved the way they
specific
want to be loved.
format for her. And it was more like, Mary, what do you need in this marriage? This conversation that happened before the one where we break up.
Yeah.
Mary, what do you need in this marriage?
Right.
I can't give you that. We can fake through this, and I'm willing to actually put more effort into that fake if you want to. But what you're asking for, I don't have to give you. And that's when she said, I can't do that.
Coming up
in September.
Okay,
is
we're
when
gonna jump ahead. We're at 39:41.
I can't do it one-sided, Robin. I've tried.
Oh, they're watching the thing. Okay, they're watching the clip still.
And I'm not going to continue living lonely either. It's not fair to me.
Okay, before we saw this, you mentioned that you kind of knew it was going to happen, but you didn't know that it was going to happen right there. Walk me through that.
So if you remember last year when you and I were here talking about this, I had told you the story about how Cody and I had been out on a drive.
Yeah, we all
on
know the
our
drive,
anniversary.
Mary. We can all quote it.
That's when he
Verbatim.
and I had our very first conversation, where he told me, I'm not going to be in a marriage with you. This is never going to move forward. And I said to him, don't you think that we should address this publicly? He's like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't need that kind of criticism. He says, I don't need that kind of criticism. I don't want to address it publicly.
Oh,
so that was in April.
Oh, because none of us had any idea
in
you were
September
unhappy.
is when I saw where he said, I don't even consider her a wife, referring to me. This clip is maybe a month or two after that, where he and I did continue to have a couple of conversations, but he still wasn't really wanting to do it publicly. And I didn't think that was fair. I felt like it was something that needed to be documented.
Yes,
But he did say it publicly. He didn't say it to you publicly.
Correct.
And that's where you had an issue.
I was owed that.
Yep.
I was owed him having that conversation with me publicly instead of seeing it after the fact.
I didn't want that to be
the
deal breaker for you guys.
No, it was, and honestly, it wasn't even the conversation that he had with you. It was scenes that I had just seen that we showed right here that day.
I don't really consider myself married to Mary.
You don't have to show us the scene. We all know it.
Yeah.
If she wanted to move on and marry another, she wouldn't get an argument with me.
Oh.
Like, if you remember, I said to you,
I haven't seen,
I just had seen from last year.
Yeah.
I said, I literally just saw that a week ago. I'm still trying to process it, and I need to figure out what I need to do.
I don't know why Mary hasn't laughed before now. I would have.
To know.
It's been apparent.
Okay, hold on. That's the only thing I disagree with here, Janelle. She's like, well, I would have left. Janelle, we could say the same thing about you. My God.
Yeah. Like, you stayed way too long. Also,
bye-bye. They're adults, bye-bye.
Well, but I think with Janelle, a lot of it is her money. Is she knows, like, fuck, I can't leave.
Yeah.
I think that's been that for a while. She's been underwater since Flagstaff. Since my Sister Wives Closet, and she drained her, didn't she drain her retirement fund for Robin's fucking business?
Right. And then she took the proceeds from her Vegas house to buy this one. Like, there's a lot of places where Janelle could have walked to.
Remember when Janelle ran her 5K and Robin had a hurt back that day? But she came in and oh my God, Janelle, you're just so fat. I don't think this extra large is going to fit on you. Wow. I was up all night stressing.
I'm
because
so sorry.
I wouldn't know. Mine is an extra small, but I was very worried. And then Janelle comes out looking like a fucking smoke show, and Robin's like,
smoke show.
Shit. Yeah.
Oh, Cody walked in and he was like, boom! Like he was, Cody's jaw dropped.
Like his whole face like went like up and down. And then Janelle's just
he didn't do my favorite Cody look that you do though.
Yeah. Are you hearing this, Janelle? My eyes are watering like Robin's because like there's my window's open.
He's like, my penis was down here and now it's all the way up here.
Here's a really quick question. Maybe we'll answer. We'll take it second because this is almost over. Yeah, 2 minutes. But I want us at the end to really quickly address. Let's name a few questions that, like, we know she's not going to ask, but like, what if we could? Because my first one would be ask about Aurora. So just say, so what's up with that? What's up?
She's like, so Aurora?
Something's
just like let that hang in the air. So Aurora.
Yeah, Aurora.
Areola.
Well, Areola, we can see what happened there. She's just spoiled, and she ran the house, and she's now awful. She's a nightmare.
Yeah.
But Aurora specifically. I'll just let that hang in the air for 10 minutes if I have to while you process that.
Did you know she was using her boogers as glue when you guys were doing the regatta boat?
God. Oh, that's so embarrassing for Aurora. That's more mortifying than the banana, I think.
Did your kids stop being at Robin's house because she locked the fridge, or because they found out Aurora had her boogers all over everything?
Ugh, just smeared on the wall.
Ew. I mean, she did. She looked, and then she picked it out of her nail because she was hungry.
She rolled it up so that it was tight. And
God, it was the most vile thing I've ever seen.
Go check out our TikTok because it's one of our pinned videos and it's us reacting to it. And I had seen it before and Jody hadn't.
She was so hungry for it. She was craving it. She was craving it. God. And she was way too old to be like doing that. I mean, it's gross to begin with, but she was like 14, 15.
Well, you're on camera and in public. That's the main thing. I don't really give a shit who does what. I'm a scab picker. I'm disgusting too, but I don't do it like. Well,
I've never eaten a booger. Hand on the Bible. I've never eaten a booger.
7 million boogers.
Stop it! Ew, Amanda.
I was a kid.
Stop. Ew, you would eat.
Many people do, as you saw. But I don't now, and I don't do it on national television.
A booger has never crossed my lips, ever.
Well, you're a different person.
Hand to God.
You're not a picker.
Wow.
Thank
you, Jewel. On that note, thank you, Jewel, for the super sticker. Amanda's super sticker is actually a booger, because... I'm kidding.
Listen, I think more people need to come out about how disgusting we were when we were kids. Kids are disgusting.
Really? Oh, God.
Yeah, really?
I didn't think it was that common. I really didn't.
You've never peed in a shower or a pool.
I can't. It won't come out. I had the same problem after I had my babies. They were like, okay, you have to like pee in the bedpan because you have an epidural, you can't stand up. And I'm like, it's not coming out. And it won't, like, my body just knows it'll keep it in.
All right, well, you're obviously better than all of the rest.
I'm not saying it's better. I just didn't know it was that common.
Brave to just come out and say, yeah, some people do that.
If I knew you as a child, you were way cooler than I was. And if you were eating boogers, I would have been like eating them fistfuls at a time.
I never did it in front of people, though. You do that in your disgusting like bedroom alone.
Why don't you just like wipe it on a tissue? What's going on here?
I don't know, because kids eat their boogers. All right, but not 14 years old on camera. All right, let's go.
Yeah, okay. Aurora sucks. 42-31.
That Cody never told her straight to her face.
I mean,
And that's what she was waiting for.
I mean, I guess because he told me so much, I figured he was telling her. I don't know. If he wasn't, then that's a really unfair and uncool thing to do.
Did you pick up the phone and just call him?
I don't think he would have heard me.
Really?
Mm-mm.
But isn't it not about him hearing you? Isn't it about you being heard?
Yep.
Oh, my voice will be heard. I will no longer be silent.
Woo! That was
next time on Sister.
Chilling.
Yeah. But, okay.
Wow.
If you're gonna say a sentence like that, you better make some kind of bombshell at the end of this thing.
She's gonna be writing a book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of bombshells, Julia, I'm with you. I think this is what happened. Julia says, in the first grade, I saw another kid eat a booger and I never did it. I think that's what happened to me too. I think I saw a kid, like I'm getting flashes, like memories, because I always was like, ooh, that's a booger eater. Like, I don't want to
But,
be like that. So I must have seen that somewhere.
You were literally a teacher. Like,
I would call kids, like, if I saw them, like, going to pick their nose, I would just, I would never say you're picking your nose, but I'd be like, Grayson, do you need a tissue? Like, if I saw that a pick was, like, I would intercept a pick, or I would just walk over with, like, a tissue box and just be like, so then they'd be like, oh, fuck, she probably saw me. And they'd be like,
there's a whole episode of Seinfeld about that. It's called The Pick, where, like, that woman sees Jerry and he's in his car and he's like, does this.
And he does like a,
Like, it wasn't a pick. It was a scratch.
This is a really good point. I mean, now we're getting to the real meat of the episode. As Madison would say, the meat. It's like your friends.
It gives you a bad taste in your mouth sometimes, as long as you pick it off.
Yeah, Farm Girl says, I bet Robin eats them. Aurora had to learn from somewhere.
I learned
it from watching you. I always intercept a pick. You always have to intercept a pick.
Yeah, you gotta call it out.
And like, so then when I had my own kids, like Paige and Charlie, I could call them in here right now. And I've never seen them like pick their nose, because if they did, I'd be like, don't be a nose picker. Like, I would just say it.
Because you don't do it. You don't do it in public. It's just the bottom line. You don't do it in front of other people.
That's what they make tissues for. You just grab a tissue and blow your nose.
Sometimes you don't have a tissue. All right, let's not talking about that.
Okay. 4304.
Wives one-on-one. I thought of myself leaving Robin and having another lover and looking at this lover and going, I don't love you. I'm in love with another woman. I'm in love with a woman that I left because I was too much a piece of to manage the relationship. Would you still consider her a sister wife?
No, because when you're a sister wife, it's because you're married to the same man, and I am a single woman.
How do you see her?
She says she's my sister wife.
Put your hands up.
So is Janelle. So is Christine.
Ooh,
No, I
she
don't
hates
think that
Christine.
Robin has any desire to live polygamy or plural marriage.
I don't think Christine knows Robin at all. She's never tried. She's never been there.
Oh,
she was
bullshit.
a sister wife. She'll probably, and I hope, be a very good wife for David.
I have looked back and
Wow.
I've dissected my relationship with Robin. Her personality type loves drama. They love drama. They love talking about their drama.
Yes.
I don't know how to let this go. And this isn't me just being dramatic. Thank you, Christine.
Are you excited about the engagement?
Yes, I am excited about the engagement.
Can you show us that ring?
Yes. I met the love of my life. I did.
Christine has to destroy my character, or David doesn't feel like he can marry her because she left a good man.
Oh,
Hey, David, come on
God.
out. You're going to be the love of my life.
So
It's amazing.
ridiculous.
Hi, David.
Oh my God. I can't with that. She has to do that because then David won't marry her. Oh my God. They don't think about you, Cody. They
Do you
don't
know what?
think about you for a second of the day.
You know the energy that Robin has when she's like, and that doesn't just make me dramatic. Thank you, Christine. That is the same energy as Cody when he said, you're adults. Bye-bye. Because both of their voice did something that they didn't really want it to do. It went a little higher than they wanted it to.
Yep.
And then they kind of tried to recover, but there was no recovery for it because we heard it. And we still
Yeah, they got caught up in being dramatic.
Yeah,
And they like didn't know how to come back and land back down from that. Oh my God.
And she looks so ugly when she says it too. Like just her face turns very hideous.
You froze up in the most gorgeous smile right now. It's so adorable.
Well, if it's the one I'm looking at, babe, I would highly disagree.
Stop! You look adorable. This is hilarious. By the way, I love this moment in the chat. This is just like so on brand for all of us that there's a mix of booger eating and then like Cody and Robin are fucking assholes. Just mixed all at the same time. I love it.
Somebody said I'd rather them eat I teach school and I'd rather them eat them than wipe them on my furniture or the walls or something. That's why you come home as a teacher. I'd never like you come home, you take off your clothes, you change it. You scrub in and out.
Oh, absolutely. Like my shoes never crossed a threshold because you're sitting on chairs that kids have like wiped boogers and farted on all day. It's just anyway.
Anyway, let's stop talking about boogers unless you guys want us to keep talking.
Yep.
But we're frozen, or I know I'm frozen. But let's just talk. Okay, so what's another couple questions you guys would like that we know they won't ask, but like what would you want? Finances and Aurora would be my two.
I would want to ask about Robin's first marriage. Why is it okay that you got a divorce and the wives that tried for 30 years, it was not okay?
Got it.
And go. And then I would just want to, and be like, and you're not allowed to say, I'm confused, I don't know.
Oh, I have one. I have one. Hey, Robin, how come you let your dad watch your birth from the close-up vagina angle with the camera?
Will you be okay with Cody looking at Dana Brianna Solinari's vaginas when they have babies?
Like, none of them are having sex with anyone.
I think Brianna might.
Yeah,
Brianna's gonna be knocking some boots. And Ariola, I think she's. Actually, I think Ariola, I could see her like going, like bi. I could see her being bi-curious.
Yeah,
I like that journey for her, actually.
Yeah, I can see her going through like an what's her name? A Truly phase where she just no, I can see Ariella going a Sophia Abraham phase.
Oh, I love
where she, like,
that journey for her.
And like is goth.
Yes.
Gets like a septic ring. Septic ring, is that what it's called?
Really into anime. I love that.
One of my ex-boyfriends was mad into anime and I fucking hated it. Okay.
I would want to ask Cody if you could pick one male, dead or alive, who would you want to wrestle?
Oh, there'd be too many to name, Georgie.
And it can't be Caleb.
Every man that I've ever met. Well, Caleb and him are fighting now, so.
Yes. Okay. Well, listen, check out Patreon. We love to hate everything. Or no, we love to hate TV, TR Pod.
Yeah, I know.
What else, Amanada?
I don't know. I'm gonna go dry heave into the bathroom again for a little while.
And who knows? By next week, maybe both of us will have picked up a habit of peeking in our noses. Who knows? You know.
Or and maybe by next week I won't fucking freeze again the entire time.
That's fine. It's StreamYard. Listen, next week we do know one thing for sure. We're gonna still love you because we're adults. Bye.
Bye. Walter. Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment. And click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast. That's patreon.com/trpod. And We Love to Hate TV. Patreon.com/Love to Hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.